Targets such as military bases and chemical plants may be advised to evacuate. Protection from radioactive fallout will require taking shelter in an underground area or in the middle of a large building. Fallout shelters can be any protected space where the walls and roof are thick and dense enough to absorb.
Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, it's 7:14 p.m. Eastern Time, and we are welcoming a new GM, Jordan, for a brand new RPG that we're playing called Fallout, with some brand new cast members who will introduce themselves in a minute. One of them's not all that new. He's just been like hiding in the shadows and waiting for his moment to shine. So, Jordan, without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to you and find some sweet copyright-free music to play in the background.
I appreciate that. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. If you're watching this, I'm assuming you're out of NCIS reruns to watch, and I've got some better content for you anyway. So this is going to be the first session of a campaign I'm calling the Nuka-World Order. It's a custom campaign that I built out of the back of my brain with what was left over from my day job. So before we begin and dive into our cool Fallout material, I figure that we'll do a quick intro. Jason's point, we've got some new faces in there, so I will call on some names. Obviously, Jason, let's get this out of the way first. Tell everybody who the hell you are, because they've literally never seen you here.
Who, me?
JK. Yeah, of course.
Oh, shit. All right. Yeah, I'm Jason. I basically run the channel, play a lot of games, run a lot of games. These are some of my favorite people. And I'm happy to be playing for the first time a game run by Jordan. Been bugging him to do that for 7 years. We've worked together for that long. So please don't kill my character this session, because I took a lot of time to develop the voice.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Garcia. Because I'm calling you Garcia on the stream now. That's been established. That's established canon.
Yep. I'm Garcia. I've been playing tabletop games for a long time. And a couple here and there with people from this group at different times, but I think this is our first in-depth RPG I'm playing with these guys. And definitely the first one on stream, so we'll see how that goes. I'm not usually one for the public displays of indecency, but it's gonna happen.
Spoiler alert. All right, Deion, tell the people who you are.
Hello, I am Deion. I have played some tabletop games, some RP games, just some one-shots. I did a Star Wars one with Jordan, which was pretty cool. So finally looking to dive into this. Fallout seems pretty fun, so excited to what these crazy characters are going to do together.
David?
Hey, I'm David. Played some D&D before, versions 3 and 5, but it's honestly been probably a good 3 or 4 years since I last played a campaign. So never played a campaign with this rule set before, so I imagine I'll be making a lot of mistakes for quite a while.
We all will.
That's true. Speaking of mistakes, John.
Wow, thank you for that great transition, Jordan. Yeah, I'm John. You might have seen me in Myth Brigade before on Tides of Nurgle as Geshwind, Deadlands as John, also.
With an H.
But yeah, been playing RPGs for almost 20 years now, which is sad to say. And yeah, looking forward to this campaign.
20 years. Oh my God. Old.
Yeah.
Okay, sick. All right, now that we're all introduced and best of buds, I figured a couple of notes for the viewers on the system, because this is a little different than your standard role-playing. This is a 2d20-based success system. So basically, we do skill checks to see the number of successes. This is going to break everyone's mind, but a critical success is a 1. And a complication is a 20. Yes, I know. Everyone vomit at the stage. So, but that's how it works. Movement is a little different. Movement is done in zones. When we get to a battle scene, you guys will see what that looks like. You'll actually see probably 2 different ways that I may be running that through the course of the campaign. It's got the concept of luck and action points. These are basically kind of additional pools of points for the players to pull from and NPCs and the GM to pull from to either make cool stuff happen, add damage, add points. There's a bunch of different options, and you guys will get to see us use several of those. Kind of the difference between luck and action points, they are used for different things, but luck is more of a personal pool that you kind of start out filled with for each scene or session. And then action points is kind of built over additional successes. So the more successful you are, the more you can build up that pool. So, and I think there's no alignment from what I could tell from reading the rule book, which is a good part for me to put a disclaimer that I am not a master at this game. There's a lot to read here, and I barely know how to read. So if I make a mistake, don't kill me. But we're going to try to learn this together. So yeah, no alignment, I believe. So let's assume everyone is as evil as their faces make them look. We're going to be using Roll20. I'm thinking the Stream Lord has got maybe the drop screen on the screen. Is that probably right? Hopefully, Jason. Yep, that looks great to me. So it's got some great features. I don't think you'll be able to see our roll calculations, but hopefully that won't matter for anybody. We'll kind of verbalize those so the chat can get an idea of what's going on. Normally, I'll do a session 0, but life got in the way, so we weren't able to do that. Jason and I did a very cool character creation session you can check out on the Myth Brigade channel if you want to see some more rule conversation and how a character gets built. But the characters are already pre-built. We'll be here bi-weekly, hopefully, Thursdays at 7.
Yeah.
It's going to be XP-based, so during the encounters, we'll be giving out XP. Reminder of the rules for the players as we get started. You know, the golden rule applies. Be nice to each other, especially since most of us got to work together. And we will...
All of us have to work together.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Like, I don't know. Like, Deion
It's like, who quit?
Like,
Wow.
I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Dude, come on.
Starting out with, there'll be no fatigue rules, no food encumbrance or exposure rules. It's just that as a group, we decided that we didn't want to add that level of complication. I think that's pretty much the only thing we're kind of cutting out there. So if we decide to add it back in, we'll let the channel know that applies. But
Jordan, so you know, I have added in a view of the die roller right under your head. So the most recent roll should be visible like to the stream. So we don't have to do too much in the way. If you can see that, it'll be whatever the most recent roll is. So
oh, that is sick.
helpful. Yeah,
Sharp.
Should be good.
Thank you, my stream lord.
Yeah.
Stream overlord. Okie dokie. With that out of the way, let's get started on session 1 of the Nuka-World Order.
Ooh.
Now, for those who lived and breathed Fallout 4, like I did when it was first released, you'll be very familiar with the world in which we join our players. Now, for those who haven't, we're joining them in the year 2290 in a land once known as New England. I don't have a good New England accent, otherwise I would do it here. So insert your best Jersey accent. On a continent once known as North America. Now, everything is wasteland, and that's actually what we call it, the wasteland. Now, that's all thanks to greedy governments who allowed a fight over dwindling natural resources to culminate in all-out nuclear war. Over 200 years ago, let's see, hold on, first transition, boom. Hopefully I didn't break the stream when I did that.
No, it's fine. It's gorgeous.
Nice. Here we go. Over 200 years ago, underground safe houses that are known as vaults were sealed up prior to the bombs dropping. As the vaults began to open after the nuclear holocaust, those survivors, as well as the creatures created after, make up the inhabitants of the wasteland. Now, eventually, a new normal emerged, especially in the area known as the Commonwealth, which is New England, that's what we call it. That's basically pre-war folks know that as pretty much Massachusetts. I guess it's technically Fallout lore Eastern Commonwealth. So we find our players sitting in front of a campfire many miles west. Speaking of which, campfire, low-res campfire, go. Okay. In a sparsely populated valley. Now, even in the before times, there wasn't much to be seen out here. Large stretches of land without even a red rocket gas station to be seen for miles. But each of you know why you're out here. Caps. Jason, where's the caps? Do you have them easily accessible? Throw the caps in the air. We don't have any caps. Who would have thought that what was once annoying metal bits that got in the way of refreshing sips of Nuka-Cola would become currency someday? But that is reality, and caps are sparse. Each of you has your own personal reasons for being here. None of you know each other yet, but you do know the notorious mercenary broker who goes by the name of Ole Cappy. Ole Cappy. Whether you've worked with him in the past or not, you each know he can get you what you need, those sweet, sweet roadie-sody caps. So, when he reached out to each of you with the job of the century, you couldn't resist. So, everybody's kind of sitting around this fire going on. What I was thinking here is we can give the folks at home a little quick elevator pitch insight to what's going through your mind, maybe who you are, a little dialogue. Jason, tell the folks at home your beautiful visage. I wish I actually, I was thinking of a good way to show them who you are, but we'll do it this way. Oh, you're on. I can't hear Jason. Am I the only one that can't hear Jason?
No, I can't hear him also. Jason, we can't hear you.
Sorry, I muted.
That's okay.
Yeah. So that is generally not a view that you would see of me. I've sort of got this cowl of stitched together scraps of fabric, badly sewn together. I was a Boy Scout, but not a very good one. As for what's going through my mind, I watched it all. The radiation seeping through the faulty vault door and cooking them all like chicken nuggets in a Nuka-Wave. Friends and family and Reverend Peters even. Dingo's sheepdog. The lucky ones were reduced to puddles right before my eyes. The others lingered on as his skin peeled away to bone or tumors ate them from the inside. But I thought I was the lucky one. But that was a long time ago. And since then I've wandered the waste in search of caps, doing odd jobs, eating rat-thick rodents to stay alive. I've survived this long and there must be a reason. There's a cure, and I'm goddamn well gonna find it.
That was beautiful. That was so good.
Why did you go first? You should have went first.
That was so good.
Go first ever again.
Seriously.
Okay, fine. Jason's banned. Here we go.
Sorry.
Sitting next to him at the fire is Mr. Buck Casey.
I gotta follow him up.
Yeah, you got to follow that.
All right, hang on. I gotta put the toothpick in.
No!
There, he's got props.
There we go. Yeah. See, my name's Buck Casey. I've been around for a long time. My grandpappy's grandpappy hid away, and I'm come from a legacy of people who have survived here on the wasteland. Now, I'm good with my hands. I'm the best pilot you've seen all around here. And I've hopped around. I've gone to the Minuteman. I've been around, but they don't get it done like I get it done, you see? They can't move like I move. They can't shoot like I shoot. And now I find myself here around this campfire. I got this ugly son of a bitch looking at me. I don't even know what to think about it. I got my hand near my revolver in case, you know, Mr. Melted Face gets funny. And I'm just trying to make my way, find some caps, and maybe one day I'll get myself a new vehicle.
I like it.
Numbers have grown.
Thorg.
Yarg. All right, we've got next to him, curiously close, seems to be a robot with a buzzsaw attached to his arm. The Bug Casey starts looking all weird like at.
Nice. So I'm a Dr. Mr. Handy, PhD in puppetry. Worked very hard for that. Also, I'd like to point out right away that my voice modulator is malfunctioning. So instead of speaking in a British butler, I speak in a completely normal American accent. So it's just, maybe the caps will go towards that. But I was a proud member of Her Majesty's RAF, or the Robotics Arts Force, and I'm hoping to get caps so I can open a traveling handy entertainment for and go around kind of re-adding art to this fallen wasteland.
Traveling handy entertainment sounds like.
So basically, the idea is, I was all about the arts and Britain trying to really get in the arts, but of course the war started, and I was drafted and became a field medic. But I try to keep the arts alive, so I've got a little hand puppet, maybe one or two that two doesn't really work well because one's in the buzzsaw then, so that has accidents. But I just have one hand puppet that sometimes kind of goes around with me and try to keep people's spirits up as I'm putting them back together.
That's beautiful. Okay. I hope you all have a good purpose. His is literally to bring art back to the world. Okay?
That's right.
Deion just wants caps, and he's bringing art back to the world. That was beautiful. Okie dokie. My friend Jaeger, I think you're going next. Also, I hope I'm saying the name right. Otherwise, I'm ruined. Jaeger was brought back from a 1940s cartoon.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jaeger. I've been off the chems for about 6 hours. And, I've just realized that that's not what this meeting is about. That's my 3 o'clock. So, forget I said that. And I'm here to make caps for a completely different purpose. And I only have one rule. Don't touch my hat. And other than that, I like to hit stuff with sticks and blow things up.
That's a reasonable rule, to be honest with you. Don't touch his hat. Also, observation, Jason, a lot of your campaigns have people that deal in drugs. What is going on with that?
This is your campaign. This is not my campaign.
This is your channel. It is hosting drug paraphernalia. Okay, and last but not least is the beautiful... Oops, why didn't your player drag over? Here we go. Oh, God, I don't know what I'm doing. Jesus, take the wheel. Here we go.
Why am I red like a hostile token?
Are you feeling
Spoilers?
hostile? I gave everyone
Spoilers.
a different color. I just thought it accented your suit.
Who
Okay.
invited the
appreciate that.
GQ model?
Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Sir Jack Lancaster. Clearly I don't quite fit in with this crowd. I've been wandering the wastelands, making most of my residence in Diamond City of late. I think Ole Cappy may have been mistaken with the clientele he associated me with, but I have been making my living less than scrupulous means, burglary, wet work, things of that nature, for the highest bidder.
Ooh.
That's beautiful.
Ole Cappy
Interesting to
loves a
see.
good puppet show. Last week I did a one puppet rendition of Macbeth. He loved it.
Oh my
Quite.
God.
How many caps to see that show?
You have a drug habit. You can't afford any.
Yeah, you gotta role play that, David.
How many caps did I get for putting on that show?
I don't know. We're already on the side mission. We already didn't do anything, and we're doing side mission puppetry. Take the whole session, throw it out. We're doing a puppet show. Oh my God. Okay, that's beautiful. Is your suit Gucci? That's all that I want to know, and probably the chat wants to know.
It's the Commonwealth equivalent, whatever that is
Okay.
nowadays.
Commonwealth Gucci,
Yes.
which is Gucci. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. Here we go. Moving on. All right. So all of you are sitting down, kind of looking at one another. Folks that you're not used to interacting with, all together in one. Buck is feeling a little untrusting. It seems like looking at others. The robot can't help but have a buzzsaw on his hand. So he's always a little bit on maybe the armed side there. But the other gentleman that is at the fire is Ole Cappy. Come here, Ole Cappy. The old wrinkly. The mercenary broker slowly stands to his feet and leans on a bat that is full of nails that kind of also seems to be serving as his walking cane. He's a wrinkled man with a scraggly salt and pepper appearance in his 60s, which is actually rare these days. Most people aren't making it that far. His skin is well tanned from the sun, and his hands are well calloused from some type of manual labor he must have been doing for a while. It does not show it in the avatar, unfortunately, but there is an eye patch over one of his eyes, and rumor is people that see what's underneath it don't live to tell the tale. So maybe don't ask. His attitude and speech match his aesthetic, which is basically crazy old kook. So he goes, well, now that the night has fallen and you've all gotten here, I'm sure you're a bit curious what Ole Cappy brought you out here for. Well, it's the job of the century, I tell you, young lads. Well, and Dr. Robot, ma'am. And he just bends at the robot. For some reason, he thinks that you're a female. Now, I know you don't know each other, but trust me, I trust each of you. So that should be enough. However, our employer has emphasized that failure is not an option. There will be no second chance on me pulling off the mission he gave me, so I'm going to need to make sure you all got the right stuff. Here we go. So he's just kind of looking at you guys, seeing if there's any questions, thoughts initially on, his proposal.
When you say your employers, who are you talking about?
Well, Victor, you know I don't like to reveal who asked me to do what, and it's none of your business. It shouldn't matter to you. As long as Ole Cappy puts out in the end, well, the caps it is, and he winks at the robot again, then you should be content with me basically being your employer. Got it? He kind of sends you another smirk.
Kind of brush aside my coat, revealing my sidearm, but there's this huge collection of car air fresheners around my neck to keep people from experiencing. Because, yeah, I got it, Cappy. I got it.
Question. Bonus for the chat. What are the scents that are hanging around Victor's neck? Okay. Is it new car smell? Is it airy breeze?
You could win one of these. Win one of these.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Got a bunch of them.
Dr. Mr. Handy, please go ahead.
The puppet raises its hand.
The actual puppet?
Yeah, the actual puppet, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Handy?
He goes, yeah, what's the mission?
What the fuck?
This is going to be great.
He goes, well, I'll have the details waiting for you about the big mission when you get back from your test. But your first test is to clear out a raider encampment about 10 miles east from here. Is that east? I think so. East. From here at an old red rocket station. We're going to need a good base of operations for the big job, and that place would be perfect. Now, don't get all moral on me. I've been wise to what those raiders have been up to, and they are due to a trip to the great beyond, if you ask me. Plenty of innocent blood on those hands, I tell you what. And then he does a...
Cappy, you're sending us into combat with a robot with a puppet on its arm?
I must ask, normally I'm on individual missions. What, pray tell, job could possibly have this group of individuals together?
The big one, the doozy, that's the one, okay? All the caps you could ever desire. No single individual could do the big job alone. This little job, sure, that's peanuts. But we need to make sure you are together as a group and can hang, okay? Because you won't make it by yourself into the well, I'm not telling you. You almost tricked me. Good try. He looks over at Jaeger and is like, are you on drugs?
Not right now.
He just does this questionable eye raise thing at you, which is mostly just a bunch of wrinkles because he's just so wrinkly. It's his good eye, by the way, if you're wondering.
But if you have any starting supplies for the test,
Starting supplies. I'll see what I can dig up. Actually, you know what? Let's see. Maybe this is a good chance to try out our rolling. That's not exactly a barter, I suppose. Yeah, what the hell. He's going to pull out 2 stim packs and be like, I can't have anybody getting killed. And he tosses them at the drug addict and goes, that was poor decision-making on my part to give them to you, but you know what? Maybe you'll come in handy. Now, any questions before I let you guys get along on your way? You know, not too long till daylight, and we got to do this one in the cover of darkness.
I turned to Jason's character because he was like questioning why I'm here, and I go,
Right.
I'll have you know, good sir, that I was a part of Her Majesty's RAF, the Rehabilitation Activity Force, and I'm quite a good medic.
Are you raising any of your appendages at him?
Yeah, the
Okay.
saw, and it's like going crazy, like.
I was just like, which one of you am I supposed to talk to? That one? Or this one?
Oh, also my eyes are like always kind of like going around like this.
Ugh.
All of the, like a 360 rotation of the eyes?
But one eye is like fixed on my puppet all the time.
I've worked for Cappy 3 times, and 2 of those times worked out very well, so statistically I trust him more than most. But you, maybe you should look into some maintenance. Just kind of step away from the flailing. Is the puppet
But
always
the two
on?
of these are kind of going at each other with you in between it. I don't know what your kind of thoughts are about this, whatever you want to call Jason, and this buzzsaw that is buzzing in between you.
I mean, I'm just like trying to stay back. I'm like, we got melted face over here. We got
Melty face.
and we got a little puppet bot. I don't know what is going on. They're probably going to kill themselves, and I just want more money. So hopefully, I get the caps when they destroy each other.
That makes sense.
Cappy, can you give us some information, perhaps how many raiders there are, any information like that? I feel like we might need to be a little more prepared than usual considering this group.
See, and Jack Lancaster. Sir Jack Lancaster.
Thank you.
That's why I always said you were the smart one. We're probably looking between. He's like counting on his hands. He's like 3 to 5 raiders, something like that. I don't know. But I don't want to find out exactly myself. You're going to have to figure it out. I'm guessing, okay? Based on the size of the building, my vast amounts of experience, which you're all very well aware of, I count, and the stars in the sky, it's about 3 to 5 raiders, I think.
I raise the puppet and I go, excellent, so we have them outnumbered. There's 6 of us.
Hold on. Dr. Mr. Handy, MD Puppetry, I shall not be attending. This is a test for you. I'm a mere broker. You should know this from all of our work together. I never get my hands dirty. And you just look at his really calloused, wrinkly hands that have clearly been really dirty from a lot of years of work.
The buzzsaw kind of
Cappy,
like...
I think he was talking about the puppet.
Yeah, the buzzsaw kind of like points to the puppet and my eyes kind of like...
Puppet is not...
But poor Mr. Handy. He's not getting
is gonna be the best.
any legitimate, the validation. That's awesome.
Do we have a ride? You mentioned 10 miles. My shoes aren't quite designed for a 10-mile hike here.
Then how do you normally get around?
Yeah, I'm looking at him. I'm like, yeah, what he's like, what?
I can pull out my other attire, and there's a bag, and you can see some leathers and stuff out of it. But
Oh, you dressed
Such
up
a-
for us?
oh, of course.
Yeah, he's in
This
his
is a
formal
formal
attire,
meeting.
right?
Yes, I am very dapper. You can't even see any weapons on me.
Well, Garcon, could
I'm
you
feeling
bring our
good.
friend a bottle of wine, maybe? Why don't we get some bullets?
I look at Jaeger and I'm like, you got the wine covered, right?
Are you okay with moonshine?
Oh, what?
Hell yeah, I'm okay with moonshine. Boy, get that out real quick.
No one said there'd be moonshine.
If
need a
you
bathtub.
actually do you have moonshine to pull out, Michael, or no?
I wish.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Can you make some?
We will spend the first session crafting moonshine in addition to
Let's
the
go.
puppetry
Crafting
show.
rules on page 12.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I throw one of those stim packs over to but Casey, just in case.
Hell yeah. Just tuck it into my duster coat.
So Ole Cappy's just kind of looking left and right, seeing if he sees any other smart questions coming from the group, but kind of questioning now all of his reasons why he brought this group together. So, you know what? I should retire. I've been meaning to get a nice rad roach pet. Enjoy my days. Oh my gosh. Anyway, well, you guys need to get going. We don't have time for all that moonshine. It'll be daylight before you know it. And especially if Mr. Fancy here is going to slow you down, bringing a fancy pair of shoes to a mission. And he's just like shaking his head, looking at you.
Cappy, bullets, please.
Well, what do you need?
Well, at least 5 of them, if there are 5 of them, but I prefer to put a few in each one. So maybe we get enough to go around, have a little bullet party with the moonshine that our friend here is going to make, huh?
I kind of meant, like, what kind of bullets? Oh, melty face?
This kind here. So it's like he was an accountant before shit got real, so like this kind. he just first time he ever shot a gun was after his face melted off.
Oh my god.
Like 100 years ago or whatever it was.
Yeah. Ole Cappy's like, I feel like part of the test should be preparation, so and he's gonna notice that you've got some bullets on you. And he sees some on the other people. He's like, I think he should be all right. By the way, no places for stopping, so make sure you use the little robots room before you leave. And he does another wink at Dr. Mr. Handy, which he's convinced is a female nurse.
The robot speaks up because, medical profession. I'm like, sir, I believe you're mistaken, but robots actually don't have to use the restroom.
Don't you leak oil or something?
What about your puppet?
Oh my god, yeah. But yeah, you're not even considering. I point at Mr. Handy. I'm like, you're not being very considerate, Doctor.
Oh, we're professionals. He went before we came here.
I'm thoroughly impressed.
While this interchange is going on, I'm delicately taking off my jacket, folding it up. I'm putting shoes on, pulling out leather armor for my right arm and right leg, and strapping that on, and just kind of suggesting, I would suggest with 3 to 5 people and to conserve ammo, we should probably try to do this quietly. I think this group could have difficulty with that, but we can at least start off that way.
Since I move around with a giant thruster, like, not exactly quiet, but...
Put it on silent mode.
Stealth mode.
David, I love that your head fits right in the middle of Dr. Mr. Handy's the drawing you did.
This is meta for a little bit, but I've never seen it fall out, but could robots like go on the ground without the thruster and like pull themselves forward with their arms and their eyes or something,
I don't see why not.
You just invert and walk on your eyes.
But it does seem like that wouldn't be their natural tendency. So.
They do tend to be pretty quiet, actually, for those.
That's true.
At least in the game. But.
It's true.
That's amazing.
Those were not theater students.
Oh my gosh. All right, get out of here. Now Ole Cappy is getting annoyed because we're just debating. Nobody's going to the bathroom. Okay, no other questions are being asked. So he's kind of shooting. He's like, get out now. Okay, need to see what you're made of. Mr. Fancy Shoes, old robot lady, all of you, out the camp. So, unless there's anything here we want to play through before leaving the camp, I'll take us to our adventurings.
Cool. Yeah, I think it's good.
Awesome. Okie dokie. So we're going to transition over to the wasteland. You all set out into the pitch black wasteland, embarking on your first adventure together, and hopefully not your last. It's quite difficult to see what dangers lurk on the road ahead, as streetlights stopped being a thing ages ago. Luckily, the darkness gives you the same advantage as it does everyone else. They won't see it coming. Now, so I'm imagining what's going on is you guys are kind of traversing along the direction Ole Cappy probably would have given you a map with, it would have been a crude drawing map of, hey, head down this really long road, and you're looking for the red rocket station. So, but I'm imagining there's some conversation that's happening along as a part of this journey, right? So, let me get an insight into what's kind of going along here. What are you thinking, Buck Casey, Mr. Cowboy?
I've been out here plenty of nights before, so I'm just taking in the night. I'm trying to stay away from most of these hooligans. I don't trust Pretty Boy, which, is Jack Lancaster.
Me?
Not to be confused with Melty Face, but I don't like Pretty Boy. I don't like the way he looks. He probably thinks he's better than the rest of us. So I'm just walking, but I'm a little bit separate from the rest of the group. There's a lot of animations going on, and I like to be alone.
That makes sense to me. Victor, you're basically half melted now. All your skin is just falling apart as you walk, I think.
Yeah, I think the every once in a while there's a sound of crunching roaches or some such thing behind them. He would show himself to be adept at this terrain and fairly quiet and generally respectful, just not trusting. Clearly, what the hell am I doing here? Fascinated with the robot for reasons unknown. Just really checking, that attachment's worth 10 caps. Ooh, what's that thing do? But I'm still trying to figure out why he's here. He's got a saw. I'm are we here to cut down some lumber or what? I don't get it. It's Doctor of Poetry, what is that? Or puppetry, what does that mean? But yeah, he's quiet, sort of, staying back, but very aware of the surroundings for sure.
So in general, with the whole group, is it kind of quiet? We're not conversing. We're all just kind of going along the way, trying to get the mission done. Nobody wants to make friends.
I think it's probably maybe not tense, but yeah, just kind of we don't quite know each other. We're all on the same mission. We trust Cappy. We've worked with him before. I know I'm more kind of, to Victor's point, kind of adept in the terrain. I enjoy the dark. That's where most of my work is done. I'm cleaning my gun, but being alert at all times. I kind of imagine myself walking at least closer to the front of the group, if not front of the group, just kind of on a mission. I think noticing Victor being fairly quiet in this terrain and stuff like that, I appreciate that. And I'll make not a glowing compliment or anything, but I'll just be I'm glad at least one of us can handle ourselves out here.
Now, for years I've wandered this terrain. It's the only way to survive. Why are we here? What is this big mission? Why do we have to prove ourselves? I've been proving myself for the last several years.
So we're not so different. I've done countless jobs now, quite a few for Ole Cappy, and yes, I have to say this is a bit of a slight as an individual on missions to be put in a group to take out 3 to 5 raiders, but I will trust him so far.
I think there's a moment, John, where when you say we're not so different, where he looks at you really, he freezes for a second, really? One of his eyes.
Basically a GQ model for ghouls.
Oblivious to social cues.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Should be an easy enough mission. Let's hope there's a lot of caps for us all at the end of this.
Dr. Mr. Handy, are you dragging yourself along by your eyeballs, or are you floating along?
No, I'm floating around, and my character, I feel, is not naive, but he's still a robot, right? So I'm pretty on mission. My eyes are looking around, all 3 eyes, but also, Handy's looking around too, and kind of keeping a lookout as well. But my character's not crazy, but also I feel doesn't have any ulterior motives or anything like that. Doesn't really think anything oddly about the people. It's just I'm a robot. I've been put together with this team of people, and so that seems pretty natural, for me to do. In my head, maybe thinking about what I'll do with these caps, and really excited about what play I'll put on first. When I open up my traveling handy entertainment company. But yeah, that's about it. But I would say no, probably not crawling on the ground with the metal. That'd probably make more noise than actually just using the thruster.
Okay, this is probably a good point for maybe Thorg in the chat to drop a couple of ideas of what his first play should be. What is the play that he's going to put on? Okay, the people want to know. All right, let's get some ideas going in the chat about what play the doc is going to put on.
I'm not doing Equus, just no Equus.
Very specific. I mean, it is 2290, so will anyone actually know what that is? These got to be brand new plays. Although I guess probably new plays weren't being developed since this was post-nuclear war. Jaeger.
The Phantom of the Opera would be good, and Jason could play the Phantom.
Ooh. That's true. Jaeger, you high or you not high? Like, what's the go?
No, not high. No, the last round of Addict All worked great, so it's not a need at the moment.
But
so
a want?
Mostly just bouncing around neurotically from place to place as we walk around looking for crafting materials, and every once in a while falling in step with someone who looks really serious and mimicking their motions very quietly. But
did anybody try to touch your hat yet?
No.
Has anybody at all touched the hat?
What is the hat? What is the hat? Is it just what kind of hat is it?
I'm wearing it.
Oh, okay. So it's like a beanie. Okay. Yeah,
it's literally a beanie.
It's literally just like scraps pieced together into a beanie. Yep.
Oh, okay. So it's not even like a real hat. It's just cloth that has been gone around to make a beanie.
Yep.
I love it.
Hey there, buddy. Do you really know how to make moonshine?
Among other things.
Yeah? Why don't you get me a recipe and I'll see you get the goods so we can all celebrate killing these 5 fuckfaces and getting our caps, huh?
See, the recipe was my brother's, like the hat, and that's not for sale. But I will make some.
I didn't ask for your family history. I just need a list of things to go shopping for, friend. You know, I don't know how to stir it and cook it and boil it and whatever you do to make it good. I just need the list of shit you need.
Okay, we'll make that happen for sure. Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
I move away.
Yeah, he does. By the way, I do smell kind of bad because I'm kind of constantly rotting in phases, and so that's what the air fresheners are, and it's like sweet rot. Then like
sweet rot.
It's like but like pina colada, cherry, pine, rotten flesh.
Oh my gosh. All right, so after you guys have been getting pretty far, I would say you're probably 6 miles down the road or so. We've had some great conversation. Some of you get the sense to kind of look out for danger. Now, in the meta's perspective, this is actually weird to me about this system. There's not really a skill that's like the equivalent of like, your normal perception in Dungeons & Dragons. There's obviously the perception special, but I think you have the ability to roll without choosing a skill, which I think is what I want to try here. So anybody that has got their wits about them, let me get so it's a 2d20, difficulty 1 perception roll. So you'll fill in none in the skill.
With my character, because I have 360 vision, it says that it reduces any tests that rely on sight or smells by a difficulty of 1.
Nice. Okay, so auto success for Dr. Mr. Handy.
Woo! Oh, nice.
Oh, actually, sorry, that should be, I'm going to roll another d20. Because it's 2, right? We roll?
Yep.
Well, that didn't matter.
Oops.
So, but just so I know what I'm doing in the future, that would have been, you said a 1d20?
So you always start with 2 d20s to roll default. Now, this is where you can use action points. You can add to your pool. My chair is slipping.
True. So actually, I would want to roll anyway, right? Because couldn't I get action points on extra successes?
So that is a tactic that they mention in the rule book, is that so sometimes I could do a difficulty 0 test, and I could be allowing people to just generate action points for the game. So yes, you could choose to roll, David.
So Just a quick question, Jordan. With if we're not adding a skill, though, that keeps the number really low that you have to roll under, doesn't it?
It does. It's also very dark, so I think that kind of fits with
okay. I got
what I'm going for.
Could I do like a sneak? Would that count?
I guess. I mean,
Does he sneak alongside the jetpack?
Yeah. The thing that bothers me is like the nature of the check that you're performing here is that you're trying to basically see oncoming danger. So like I could also see argument for like survival, but like
perception?
The base special is endurance.
Is
so,
there
like,
is
that doesn't
there
make sense to me.
Is there no sort of root perception roll or anything like that? Like
that's kind of what I was alluding to was like from a skills perspective. It's not, athletics, no, barter, no, big guns, no, nothing with guns, nothing with explosives or lockpicks, no medicine, not pilot, not repair, science, small. So then you've got sneak or speech or survival. So
and sneak is agility. So
exactly right. So that's kind of where it's like. So perception, I think, is the best thing that I could do, and then I could lower the difficulties on those. But
since
it is interesting.
Since I got one success.
Yeah, so David has a success anyway.
But I don't need it, so that would go to an action point?
Let me look at the rolls. Sorry, David.
That's right.
Yes, so that is correct. So it's a difficulty 0 for David. So the group is going to get 1 action point, which is probably a good point to point out. On the character sheets, there is the ability to add the action points, but I believe you track them as a group. It's a group pool. So I don't know if we want to denote somebody to hold the pool. I don't know if there's a preference there.
I'm gonna keep mine updated just so because you can is it a group decision to spend them though? Is that how that works?
I think we said no though, right? It's not a group decision.
So that's one of the fun things I think me and Jordan talked about this last time is that you're making the decision in real time. So it's kind of like
but the pool belongs
the
pool. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm going to keep track of it along with everybody else because, I don't want to be that guy.
I guess that's a good point. So everybody should increase the action pool to 1. And then, all right, what else do we got here?
You're welcome.
So we got success from Buck Casey, Victor Stern.
Did you talk to Jason about all the stuff we were chatting about as far as like metagaming and stuff and how restricted we were trying to be with that?
I don't know if I went over that in our session 0. So if you want to kind of fill in for anyone that's first tuning in as well.
Don't metagame, Jason.
So you will never have to worry about that with me. It won't happen. I fucking hate that shit. I do. It's true. I hate it.
Perfect.
Right. Okay. So for those with successes, basically you are. Hold on one second. I'm messing up my own notes. For those that passed, you hear a familiar and unpleasant hissing sound coming up in the distance, and you know it's time to put your abilities as a group to the test. So anyone that succeeded is going to recognize that rad roach hiss, big old cockroach hissing noise that you're hearing. So
I rotate my body to make sure Handy is protected behind me, and so I've got my laser and my buzzsaw, facing front.
Oh, that's so nice. He's got a parent attitude for the puppet.
Handy does have a knife, though. I don't know if you saw the picture. He's got a little knife, so
oh my god!
And he's got like a little shank going on.
He's got
shank him.
You can't really see. He's got a little.
Oh yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I missed that before.
That's kind of amazing.
I mean, it's the wasteland. What do you expect?
No,
the puppet's got to protect himself or herself.
Death of a junkyard salesman is definitely a play that's going to be put on.
That's
so
nice.
Jordan, if we spot like a whatever, so we can all draw weapons as like a pre-initiative action then.
Say that again, David or Michael. Sorry.
So I think like weapon draw or whatever is. I think they said it was like a minor action. If you're like post-initiative roll, so if we spot stuff, we can draw weapons ahead of and not waste like our minor action.
Yeah, so we haven't entered combat yet, but you guys noticed them coming, right? So we're still in kind of free actions, and I would allow that.
Cool.
The question is, are those that succeeded going to notify anyone else?
Yeah, Buck does, because essentially, like, he hears that, and he's a survivor and been on the wasteland, and so he just he already pulls his hand towards his revolver, and he's like, "We got rat roaches."
Good, I'm starving.
Disgusting. I was actually kind of wondering, like, what kind of roaches you were stepping on, and they could have been their children.
I turn to Victor and I go, "A general surgeon warning: you should not eat rad roaches."
Is this a like a Men in Black scenario? We just crush the kids.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we are going to transition to combat as the rad roaches start to they're doing this kind of rad roach thing with all those creepy legs and starting to get a little bit closer. But since now the whole group knows, we will transition here.
It's like a Thanksgiving turkey running right up on you.
Okie dokie. Let's see here. Jason, we probably need to adjust a little bit on the stream so we can see the sessions there.
3 columns.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the first method that I'm going to be trying for our movement zone management, right? So,
oh wow, okay.
This is basically, so movement, for those that are watching, kind of takes place in these zones. Since we're in the freeness of the wasteland, you kind of need a good way to talk about, close versus medium versus long distance. And so basically using these zones, this was an approach I borrowed from a friend GM of ours that when Deion and I played Star Wars with kind of the same idea. So anything that is in the column with you, you can consider that in close range. So as I'm still populating characters here, but you're all, since everybody was aware and notified.
Could someone remind me, so if I remember, on your turn, you can move anywhere within the same zone you're in for free, basically, if I recall. But what was the rule for moving between zones?
So there's a major action you can use for sprinting, which will take you 2 zones. Okay. Or there's a minor action for moving a single zone. But you do not need to spend within your own zone, you do not need to spend, like if you're saying, hey, I'm walking over to pick up something, like you don't actually have to.
Or if if the enemy was already in the zone, I could, with a free action, basically move to that enemy and make an attack. For a turn, is it 1 major action, 1 minor action?
Yes, it is. Unless you use a action point.
Yeah, and then you can get, what is it? 1 action point for, I gotta read it up again, but 1 action point for a free or an extra minor action, or 2 or 3 for a major or something?
So it is 1 action point for a minor action and 2 action points for a additional major action.
Cool.
Since we're about to enter combat, here's a reminder of what else you can do. You can buy D20s for skill checks. That is one of your options, by the way, when you're in the combat sequence. You can spend 1 action point for obtaining information. So this is, in general, asking the GM a single question about the current situation you're in based on your test. You can reduce time. Like if I was like, hey, this is going to take you an hour, it may take you half. I can also spend them, so I may introduce a narrative detail, or somebody else can introduce a narrative detail, just something cool about the scene.
Question. So I know that if we spend action points that we don't actually have, you get them, correct? It's like we're buying them from you.
Is that
wasn't that what it was?
I missed. I don't recall
because there's a way that we do something where you get, we give you action points, right?
Yeah.
I thought there was certain penalties, or if we F up, he can.
That sounds terrible.
Points. Yeah.
So I think as a
why would you enable him?
I could give myself some.
But I thought there was something else where it's
there was a way to borrow, yeah.
Yeah, it's like if I needed to, or if I wanted to spend 2 action points and we only had 1, that basically I'm buying 1 from you, where you get an action point and I get that extra action point I needed or something. Right?
Maybe that's how you fill your pool, Jordan, because otherwise what do you start with, right?
Well, so what I was getting at is that would the reverse apply? Is there a way ever for Jordan to basically get us action points? I don't remember reading that in the rulebook anywhere.
Yeah, so from what I could tell, and if anybody in the chat knows differently, feel free to correct me, but I couldn't see a place where you started with action points. So I thought...
it says GM starts with 1 point.
1.
They start each quest with 1 AP per player.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then it says buying dice without action points. If you don't have any action points to buy d20s, you may instead generate AP for the game master.
Yeah,
Yeah,
For
so
each
that's
AP you want to
one.
spend in this way, the GM adds 1
I see.
AP to their pool. So
Okay.
you have,
Right.
I guess, 5 right now, unless we're counting Mr. Handy.
Where did you see that? Oh, Game Master.
We should be counting
Yep,
Mr.
now
Handy.
I see that. I see that. Yep. Okay. Cool. I missed things. Not a big deal. And then that's buying dice without action points. Okay. Good rule refresh. Thank you for asking, David. Okay.
I have one more question before we move
I'd like to
on,
clarify
just
that was
because I'm the
actually
melee
Andy's
guy.
question.
Okay. I failed. Yes. Go ahead, Michael.
Does this have, I don't remember reading it, but does this have like 5e style cover rules where like if I'm grappled with someone or meleeing someone, you guys can hit me? Or is this just kind of like a, nah, you're in the zone, but you're far enough away swinging your bat that you're not going to get shot?
First off, get in the zone, auto zone. But also, I
In
believe
the
that it just
description
adds
below.
to your defense value, if I'm remembering correctly. Like, it's not necessarily a. I'm looking, but I'm not looking very well. Damage resistance, defense. I believe cover is about. It just adds to your defense.
No, sorry, I don't mean if I'm in cover.
So, like, if you're
I think
grappling
it was
or something.
5e, where like if I was grappled with someone or fighting them like hand to hand real close, I was
Yeah.
technically like cover for them. Almost, where like you could hit me with whatever spell or some shit you were
I think that
throwing.
would add to the difficulty of the hit, right? I would think something
Yeah.
like that.
So for cover, there's different cover types, and it will add a combat die to further reduce damage. So like foliage and wood gives 1 extra die of damage reduction. Rubble, ruined brick walls, metal fencing is 2. Concrete walls, steel barricades is 3.
Right. But am I in the way? Like,
Meat
person-
shield. What's meat shield?
Is he cover?
Yeah,
Is a
what's-
person cover?
What's meat
like if
shield?
Deion goes to shoot a rad roach and I'm sitting there trying to smack it with a baseball bat, is there
Right.
like a modifier for me getting hit or for like him missing because he's trying to not hit me? I don't remember reading in the
Yep, I'm double checking here. To benefit from cover, it needs to obscure the location hit. I would think so.
Would it be
I would
something
think you
along
count
the
as an
lines, Jordan, of
obstacle.
like, yeah, but if failing the difficulty of the shot, somebody, you know, he's wrapped up with this person grappling, failing the difficulty of that shot, like if he were behind a wall, the person would hit the wall. Well, Michael would be the wall.
you're gonna shoot me.
Right, so Michael would be the wall, right? He would shoot the cover in that
Yeah.
sense, I would think.
Yeah, in the cover section, which is page 38 in the rule book,
Meat
for those
shield.
wondering, I don't see anything that says other player. It's mostly about other stuff. So I would think Jason's point, it would be like, yeah, but your body is basically a wall blocking it.
Okay.
So like maybe don't get in each other's way. You know, that's
Yeah.
probably recommended.
DM situational is whatever you
Sure.
think works best.
Okay. That sounds fantastic. All right, I'm almost done here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But what I didn't do is I didn't get some enemies going. Where is my token? There we go. Uno. Dos. Tres. 3 big old green suckers. Just like, they're big. They're like, I don't know. They're definitely not the
Dog
same thing
size.
that you were. Yeah, I was going to say. They're probably about that size. They're definitely not the size of what you were squishing under your feet, Victor. Okay.
No,
Initiative
I wasn't squishing
goes-
them under my feet. I was eating them. I was.
Oh, I thought that you were they were like dropping off of your body as you
No,
walked or
no,
something like
no, no, no.
He's just got
Delicious.
pockets of roaches.
that. You had pocket snacks?
The
Jordan,
next.
Yo, give me some dots.
Jordan, it does say before initiative that the person who initiated combat takes a single action before the first round, and then you deal with everyone else's initiative. It's on page 24.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
I like that.
So I don't know if that's the Rad Roaches or if that's one of us, and I don't know how we determine who that was.
Yes, I would say
Probably
who
them.
had. Well, I would say. I mean,
we heard them coming.
you noticed them.
Right.
So I would probably say that we initiated combat, although I guess I did say that they were running up at you. David, I think you had, because yours was a difficulty 0 and you generated a success, I would say that you generate the combat. Like, you would be the most perceiving of the threat.
Okay.
So that'll give you a chance.
So I'm assuming it says one action. Is that a minor or major? Oh, no, a single turn. I'm sorry, single turn.
It's a turn.
Okay.
Yeah, full turn. Speaking of that, I'm going to try to get the turn.
Sorry, it's going to take me a second here just looking at the minor actions.
That's okay.
I guess I would move. I feel like with my character, sorry, I won't meta. I'm going to move forward 1 zone. Do I move it or do you move it?
That's up to you. You should have control over your character.
Oh, how?
I don't.
You don't have access.
Yeah,
No, you gotta. I think you gotta hand it over.
Okay.
They might be on the wrong layer. You might need to put them on the token layer.
I mean, that's cool.
We're on objects and tokens.
If you click on your token and go to its properties, and there's like a controlled by, and you can pick the player.
Yeah, I default assign these, so I thought that was
it's
gonna
weird.
Fix itself,
It sometimes doesn't fix itself. Sadly, we've
Yeah,
run into
I've seen
a
that
few
before.
times.
Okay, so David, you're right, Jason. It's not filled in, so bummer. Okay, David, you should
Software
have
people.
control over yours now, and I will fix everybody else's on the fly. Can you move it now?
Sorry, just reading one thing. Let me see.
Not a
here.
problem. Carry on.
Yes, I can.
Yay!
So,
Okay, so we've got a minor action for movement into.
And then I feel like incredibly appropriate for my character. I will rally.
Oh yeah.
And I'll go. That's my cue. And or something like that. I don't know. Huzzah! Huzzah! Yeah, there you go. Okay, so endurance plus survival, or but it could be. But also it says it could be like one of the ones where it could be a couple things. I feel like it would be charisma plus speech. What do you think, Jordan?
I think that's right, David.
I mean, I think honestly, those are the same. Oh, actually, I would have one better survival, but I'm fine with charisma speech. Are you cool with that?
Yep, carry on.
All right. So, sorry, I've got to ask so many questions here.
That's okay. It's our first time playing.
Yeah. So it's a difficulty 0, but I still need to roll because basically I save any action points is what it says.
That's the idea essentially.
Right.
Is you're generating.
So would that be? It says. So I clicked on speech, and it brings up a pop-up that says additional dice, and I see 0, right? Because
0, because they all roll 2 automatically.
Okay.
Yep.
Oof.
Well, but the difficulty was 0, right? Which means, well,
Yeah. So you basically do it automatically, but difficulty is 0, so you're not adding additional dice, so you only need 1 success. But you.
I gotcha.
So if you succeeded once, you would get 1 AP. If you succeed both, you get 2 AP.
Right. Man, that would have been really good in D&D.
Yeah, it would have.
So Jordan, just housekeeping. So we have 6 because there's 1 action point to start per player, and then you gave us 1, so we have 6 in our pool, right?
No,
that was the GM.
Jordan has.
I have some.
Oh, that sucks. Okay, so we only have 1. So you only have 1.
We have 1.
Okay.
I hate your face, Jordan.
I get it, but I didn't write the book.
So the ready is any major action, right? So I can you can just step up and be like, yo, when they get close, I'm gonna smack them.
Yep.
And I think that's my turn. I think my turn is done.
Cool.
Okay, this is probably a good part for the housekeeping. So in Fallout, you do initiative. There's actually a static initiative. You're not rolling for initiative. So they just get listed by initiative statistic from highest to lowest. So everybody give me your initiative so I can make sure that we're in order, which hopefully will be the only time I have to ask this, because then I can just memorize the order that you'll normally go in.
Where?
We just put it in chat.
13.
Yep, that's great. All right, so 15 here.
Damn.
12.
How did you all?
Oops.
Cool. Okay.
Buck Casey's got 17. God dang, Buck Casey.
That's right.
God dang right.
You gotta act quick.
Victor, you've got 13. And then, oh wait, why is it not saving? Oh, there we go. Jack has got 15. Why didn't that save before? And then Jaeger, what was yours? 12.
12.
There we go.
Really
Okay,
slow
cool.
tank.
That's okay. And then all of my Roachies. Boom. There we go. Okay. Play on, players. Here we go. Deion, a.k.a. Buck Casey. Robot got a little bit closer, but you've got the tingle to act.
Can I ask you a quick mechanics question?
Yes.
So I'm reading this actions. You can attempt one minor action on your turn. So like, there's not very many of those, but you can attempt one minor action, and then and then you have to spend an action point from our pool, which we have only one. I just want to make sure I really understand this before I figure out what I want to do later. In order to take another one.
So you get one minor action and one major action. So the only question is if you want to. So that's a standard.
I see how they. Okay, I see how but never mind. I see how it's broken up. I got it. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So if you want an extra from a particular category, then you will. You'll have to use
which is one action point for an extra minor action and two AP
and two for
major action.
Got it. Okay.
Yep.
That makes
this is probably other good place to do a reminder about luck. So all of you should have luck points. Oh, by the way, one of you has a weird property. It's a perk or a trait. The character sheet that is actually in this game won't allow me to go underneath your luck value. So you'll have to kind of play the honesty policy on that. I forget which of you it is.
That's me. About the same. Oh, okay.
Okay. Because it's like, hey, your luck points is one less than your luck value, your luck attribute.
Yep. I think that's me too. Because
can you repeat that? What is that about luck?
So it's I think it's a perk or a trait that.
Yeah, it's
go ahead, John.
Yeah, it's a perk. Basically, you get to increase two of your special attributes, but your max number of luck points is one fewer than your luck attribute.
Oh, okay.
I have the same thing.
Okay. And all I was saying about that is the way they built the character sheet in here, it's got a default functionality of, it's always, your max is always going to be equal to your value when that perk actually breaks that. So
I might be able to edit mine, I think.
The max, though, because every time I edited the max, it set it back. Like, you can edit, the used, but when I edited max, it would set it back.
Oh, it is putting it back. What the shit?
Yeah. I mean, I get it. It's the macro or whatever, but...
My robot feels so alone in this other section. I rushed in and no one's following.
Don't worry, Doc.
Okay, we're getting there.
I'm coming, Doc.
So reminder about using your luck points in here, right? So there are 4 values you can use luck for, and each of you have your luck points. Once you use them, they're done basically until I kind of reset our scene, right? So you can, the reason I'm saying it is that you can use it for an attribute. So like instead of rolling whatever I ask you, you can roll your luck value instead. I don't think a lot of you have high luck, but you can use luck of the draw to add a particular detail to a scene. This is the one that really matters. Lucky timing, which is interrupt the normal turn order to take your turn now. So you basically can go to the top of the line by spending a luck point. And that's for that particular round. So you can't like go twice, so once you've gone in the round, that's it. And then the other one is a reroll. It's called Misfortune. You can reroll 1d20 or reroll 3 damage die per luck point spent. So think about that while we're going through combat as well. Sorry about that, but Casey, after you, 1 minor, 1 major.
All right. I'm going to go up there near Doc, and I'm going to take my steps in a really old Western fashion.
Just one leg after another.
Yeah, just slow, just like one after another. Yeah,
Cha-ching.
Mosey, there you go.
Cha-ching. Cha-ching.
Yeah. And then for my major action, I think I'm going to do ready. Yeah, I'm just going to do ready. So, and it says I have to describe the situation. So it's pretty much it's if these guys get close, once they get in that close range.
Okay, so you're going to fire your weapon at a rad roach if it enters close quarters.
Yes.
Yeah, so close is the same.
That's the same
zone.
Box. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Same zone. Okay.
Yeah, I just read through the range rules. So that's
close, medium, long, and extreme.
Can they make it to close in one turn, though?
If they double move.
Yeah.
You can't double move, can you?
A major action is to sprint. It is possible. Yep. Okie dokie. Anything else, Buck?
Nope.
So does sprint replace your normal move, your minor action? Because it says right above minor action, it says you cannot take more than 1 movement action per turn.
Yeah, it's one or the other.
So you can't do move and then sprint. I think that's
Okay.
kind of what it's hinting at there.
Gotcha. So you can't do 3 zones. Max is 2 with sprint, and then you take
Yeah.
a minor. Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha,
Also,
gotcha.
no flex zone. It's a no flex zone. Sorry, Deion. That's a rap reference. All right, let's go.
Thank you for that.
Anything else, Buck?
No, I'm good. What page was the luck stuff you were talking about?
The luck stuff is on page 20 of your core rulebook.
Thank you.
No problem.
I'm good.
Okie dokie. Victor.
So I'd reach back and pull
what?
my wait.
Oh, wait. You're right, John. Hold on,
Reach
Victor.
back and pull my.
I put it back.
Put it back. Put it
Yeah,
way
I thought
back.
that they were in order. Normally, I thought it just puts them in order based on the number that's in there, but it's fine. Anyway, Mr. Smooth, aka Sir Jack Lancaster.
So I see Buck Casey kind of slowly mosey up there.
Mosey.
So I just have a grin on my face, and my 10 millimeter silenced is already out. I just kind of cock it and casually walk up and kind of ready it, kind of just still on my side, but ready in action as well, that if they get into close range, I will fire at the first hostile target.
Fancy missiles! But I'm really tired. Okay, fine. Okay, that sounds fantastic. Anything else, Mr. Lancaster?
That's it.
All right, you guys are ready to rock here. Victor.
Trouble with these things is they're awful crunchy. And I'd pull my baseball bat from over my shoulder. I like 'em tender. I hope you're hungry. I'm going to move. I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, minor action. I'm going to go ahead and sprint up, like, and then, kind of moving up. Can I make a sneak roll, or how does that work? So okay, so I can't sprint and sneak, probably, right?
No, that's because
Right.
I want to hear
Just
how
saying.
you would play that out.
I'm really quiet. All right, fine. So, yeah, I'm going to move up, ready my weapon. I want to get... Yeah, that's fine. And,
Okay, so then regular move then?
yeah, but I want to make sure that I'm close to Buck, because Buck looks like he's got his shit together.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. Anything else, Victor?
No.
Okay, Captain Jägermeister.
Let's see,
Garcia.
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and move up 1. So I already drew my bet when we made the perception check, and I'm gonna move up 1 and ready in action. If they get close, I'm gonna smack them with the bat.
Okie dokie.
How does moving through zones work? Because like in 5e or whatever, like you would get attacked if you tried to move past somebody, like if you moved within close range. So if they go to move past
Is there an attack of opportunity or something
the big
like that?
meanie, do they get like...
I don't remember seeing an
opportunity
attack of
attack?
opportunity rule. I don't know if anybody else recalls that.
Yeah, I didn't take it that way because it's more of like zones and theater of the mind type stuff rather than like the 5x5 grids and stuff.
Right, but does that mean you can't move through a zone that's occupied?
I think you can.
I think you can.
Yeah.
I
So you
think
can
there's
just
just no
bypass?
implied
Okay.
danger.
It's just like you're going around them, and rather than on the grid per se, you're just kind of going around them.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
I mean, like if we're in close quarters or something like that, Garcia, I might, GM rule like, all right, yeah, you can't go through that zone that is clearly blocked. There are rules for obstacles, I guess I should say. So I might count something as an obstacle in that. But we are literally in open wasteland right now, so that won't be a problem.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Mike, can you say you moved your character?
Boop, boop.
Back again. Okay, fantastic. That brings us to Dr. Mr. Handy, MD Puppetry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I look at my comrades and I see they've all readied in action. And so, I look then to Handy and he kind of raises the shiv. And then so I turn forward and I ready my buzz saw so that if anyone gets within close range, Just taking, cue from the team here. If we don't get in close range, I'm also ready with my buzzsaw.
Oh my gosh.
Like, say, good show, gents.
To arms! All right, just making some notes here. All right. These feisty little buggers are definitely wanting to tango. They're going to, let's see, where are we at? Okay. They're roaches. They definitely don't have a sense of what's going on, so they're probably going to sprint as fast as they can. So now the question is going to be, with all the readied actions, the order that these will resolve in. So that should be player order. So Buck, you had a reserved action, a readied action, I believe.
Yeah.
All right. So you've got the highest initiative. I think yours would resolve first.
Okay.
So one
Help me
rad
out
roach
here.
enters the circle, or enters. Well, actually, let's just make this more thematic here.
There it is. So if I guess I still technically have a minor action, but I'm just gonna.
This should just be your readied action.
Oh, just
a
my
minor
ready action.
response.
Right.
This is just a response.
Okay. Can I just? Is there like a quick attack?
You should be able to just click the gun that you have under the
Yeah.
weapons.
If it was wired appropriately, it should be able to.
It
but
looks like it's clickable, but it's.
It should
Not.
prompt it then.
Is there a
for-
damage value filled in? One of you didn't have a pipe gun damage filled in, so
I do have a
sorry, Michael. So that's probably broken.
like just even as a test roll. Can anybody else click their?
Yeah, so I'll
weapon?
do about my baseball bat. Pops up with additional dice
Yeah.
and rolls.
Just you.
Damn it! I ruined my roll.
Porque!
Oh well. Fine.
Porque!
And just so I'm not like, oh, okay, actually, yeah, I'm dumb. Here we go. Okay.
At least my roll.
Ooh! No. No.
Damn.
No. Spend a
Don't forget
Bennett.
to decrement that ammo, buddy.
Teacher,
dang
you
it,
forgot to
Doc.
give us homework.
Oh my gosh, I was just about to tell you the difficulty, but I guess it don't matter since you ain't got no successes.
Dang.
Fantastic. Okie dokie.
So, since it's still living, I would get to resolve on that one.
Yes.
This is still the first one.
Yep, I agree. You would be next after Buck.
Can I use that roll I did above?
No, that's not fair.
No, do it again.
Do it again. Ah!
Fucking A.
That's
Do
right.
it
You just
again.
roach is just like. "Ah."
Does this have critical failure?
Oh, my
Okay,
God.
yep. I immediately got excited. I was like, 20. Oh, shit.
Oh,
Yep.
Same.
No, backwards. It's red for a reason.
So you get an
So
AP for that?
I have a complication that I can add for you, essentially.
Damn.
So there's
Shoots
a.
himself in the foot first action.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna be that cruel. You shoot at him, and he just kind of sneezes, and you get some radiation-looking goo on whatever shoes you changed into.
Okay. Whew. Luckily not the good ones.
He's in his fighting shoes.
Yeah, those are your good shoes. So we'll have to resolve your radiation problems in a little bit, but they're not your good shoes. Luckily, you changed.
Yeah.
But you still have a couple miles to walk, so that's not great.
Shit.
All right. Did anybody else have a readied action since
I didn't.
Captain? Okay. Yep.
So if you only moved,
Go ahead.
if you only moved, is that assuming? Is it an assumed readied action? Because I only moved. I didn't do much else.
So everybody
no.
else, Jason, had used a major action to ready, and they had kind of specified.
Got it. Okay. Fine. Yep.
So that should be the intent.
Yep. Got it. Thank you.
Okay. So go ahead, Garcia.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
All right.
Now this is the one thing that I'm double checking here. Sorry, where is my defense rules?
Is there a thing too around aiming for? I mean, I know this is a roach, but
It's a
is there a
minor
thing
action.
for aiming for certain parts?
Yeah, so there is a hit location. So
It
you
adds
have
difficulty.
defense
see.
adds difficulty. That's what I thought it was. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure.
So does choosing your location also adds difficulty.
Yep. So
otherwise you roll for it.
Yep.
So should I just roll a d20 for location, or do rad roaches just like you squish it?
Okay. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, in the end, there's a minor
Also,
action to aim
question,
too, to kind
Mike,
of offset that.
Did your character?
Okay.
Or, I'm sorry. Does that weapon have any like effects, like a piercing or anything?
No, not the baseball bat.
Okay.
So difficulty was hold on. What am I looking? What's the purple box that's underneath that, Michael? Oh, that's the damage.
Where?
That was
He rolled
Okay,
for
that was-
damage.
that was the damage
Yeah.
that was rolled. Okay, yeah, sorry. So I was checking the defense rules, which is why I failed and everybody else didn't succeed anyway, so it didn't matter. But the difficulty is actually 2 on the rad roach hit. So
Shit.
that's
No.
not going to happen. Yes, fun fact. For those that are wondering, rad roaches have an ability called Little, which means that not a lot of life, but a pretty good defense, actually. So
That's
not great. Guess they're not so little anymore, are they?
But they are little.
Yeah, you're right, actually. What was I going to say? Okay, hit locations. We were being asked about that. So the way that works is you can specify. That does make it more difficult. The reason you would want to specify is that once you've done certain damage to a particular location of the body, you can generate an injury. But otherwise, and this is part of the rules, even when I was trying to run a test one-shot, I was struggling with. There's the addition on the HP that continues to kind of elude me. Like you have a max HP, and I believe there is a certain value you get to that triggers an injury. But I think overall you still subtract from your total max HP. So on your character sheets, you'll kind of see that there's a minor and a max value on each body part. And that's what throws me off, that I don't know what you would set as the max on each of those body parts. Like if it was the injury value, why would they not default to that? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I see that.
So that's kind of odd. But anyway, in this case, one success, not successful enough. But so you kind of take a swing at it, and it's like, what? It's now mad at you. It did not spew any radiation goo at you, but it is quite irritated.
What is it like again?
If you, roaches,
but in rad roach speak.
yeah.
I also had a ready action.
Dr. Mr. Handy.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
Let's try it. Nope. Man,
Okay.
really wish I was playing D&D right now. These rolls have been fantastic.
I know. Not great.
I've
Okay,
never
there we
rolled this high
go.
ever playing 5e.
Oh, why didn't I move that along? All right, so that should be the case. That was the rad roach's turn. This rad roach is going to do the same. It is just going to move all up in your business. And the third one is also going to move all up in the business. So now we're all up in close quarters. The rad roaches are looking hungry, and they want a snack. Buck Casey, what are you doing? Rad roach up in your face.
I'm aiming again, and I was trying to see if there was a quick action for aim itself. If
There
Are you
is. It's a
taking the
minor one.
minor action aim?
yeah, since it's right in front of me, I'm just going to go with the minor action of aiming.
Okay. So my take on the aim minor action would be you would roll your attack when you go to do it, and then if you need an additional success, I guess you would just
Roll an extra dice?
You would
Yeah.
it doesn't give you an extra one. What it lets you do is correct one, right? So you
But I
re-roll
mean, wouldn't
one
that
of
kind of
them.
be the...
Oh, it says re-roll 1d20 on the first attack roll. You
Yeah.
made.
So if you
I see.
so if
Couldn't
they're
you
both
just roll three,
failures,
though, and take the two highest?
well, but that
You-
that takes it a little further, because then you could technically have. Well, yes, I suppose you could, David. But like the idea is that if you fail both, you get to reroll one. But if you succeed with both, you don't really need to reroll.
The
'Cause it
only
doesn't
other
give you a
danger
bonus
there,
die.
David, is that if we accidentally count it as an extra action point that we generate, right? Like, because you're
Yeah.
going to show 3d20s, so
Sure.
we might make
Yeah.
a math mistake.
Sure.
Okay, but Casey,
Kill
let me see
him,
it.
Buck. Yes.
Nice. Okay, so play it out for me. What's happening to this one right in front of you?
All right. Well, I'm pretty pissed that I missed the first time because I don't miss. And then I see the other one go when when Tweaker over here, did a swing at him. And so I just reallocate myself. I get ready, and I just pop off right at it.
All right, roll that beautiful beam footage, a.k.a. the damage die.
All right, let's do it.
Kill it.
Kill it, mommy.
Oh!
What
Damn.
the hell? What gun are you shooting?
I was about to say, I'm kind of concerned with how this may be configured.
I just need that big revolver, baby. Let's go.
Oh my god, is it really that
44.
much?
How many damage dice does it have?
Looks like 6.
It's just 6 damage.
What?
6 damage dice.
Dang.
Is that really what it's configured for?
You can double check the paper, but my gun don't lie.
My pony is that roach is dead.
Like 2 damage.
My name is Buck,
Listen.
and now you're fucked.
It's real close, okay? It was right there, so.
Oh my god, small guns. All right. You know what? Honesty is the best policy here. I'm assuming that Deion's not making it up. But
6.
I actually... God dang,
Confirmed.
6. Holy
That's
shit.
right, baby.
I was like, fuck, mine's only 4, really?
Holy
That's what you get
snap.
for picking suppressed.
Anyway, you basically blast this rad roach through its shell,
Yes.
and it is spewing this radiation stuff at the roach that's next to it and to its sides.
Hell
And it
yeah.
is definitely in the great wasteland beyond at this point. So
That's
I'm
exactly
assuming
what I
you're
wanted.
targeting. I'm sure it was. I'm sure that was exactly what you wanted there. So we're going to put one of these little X's right over it like that. Nice. Buck, anything else? I think that's both your minor and your major. I don't know if you need to spend any action
Hey,
points. or
Jordan, we
anything
don't
like that.
see an X, just so you know. At least I don't.
Yeah, it's a little tiny one at the corner of the icon, of the thing.
Yeah, it's small. If you zoom
Oh,
in.
it's like, it's black.
It's a little baby X.
I got you. I see it. Thank you.
No, that's it for me. I just like seeing them guts, and then I can
Is
see
that
a
better,
little bit
David?
There you go. That's much better. I like it.
I hate to be that guy, and feel free to throw, digital shit my way.
Boo this man!
But are we skipping the ranged attacks within reach?
Ranged attacks,
attacks
within
within
reach. Oh, okay.
there's a
So I
weapon
guess I should have
range-
asked that question. You're right. I didn't ask that question when you were going. Are you close or is it a medium range weapon?
Who, me?
Yeah, the 44. Is it medium range? Because a lot of the small,
It's
a lot of the small arms
it's
are
close.
close. Yeah,
It's close.
a lot of small arms are close, Michael.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's why I waited until he was close, because if it's medium, I can't do shit.
I don't know if
Gotcha,
anybody
okay.
has a medium. Maybe somebody has a hunting rifle. That might be a medium.
I
Victor.
I think the pipe gun was medium.
Victor, did you say that was you?
Yep, I've got a hunting rifle.
Yeah, so if you're going to fire at them close, just FYI, I think it adds difficulty 1 to your checks.
That would be
what's
so
the-
awkward
I guess
shooting a roach.
I'm misreading
at
this
close
because it
range.
says. Sorry,
No, you're good.
it says ranged attacks within reach. Being in reach of an enemy is disruptive to ranged attacks, adding +2 to the difficulty if it isn't a melee.
So reach is like not only close range, but I think it's like if the rabbit was attacking you.
Yeah, it's like
because
they're
it's
engaged.
within reach.
Yeah.
Like literally, they've meleeed you. So I don't.
Right.
So,
So
I
how are we determining that? Because that's
a
what
good
I was
question.
kind of wondering. Because
That's a good question.
we were all within like melee range. So I guess there's like close,
Well-
but then there's like I stepped up and tried to smack you.
So not necessarily you were within melee range if you like we were in the same zone, which could be like a room, right? Melee range could be like the minor action you take to then get within reach. It is a little weird, but like there's
Oh, is there a minor action
close
they move
range
that
too.
close?
well, I'm sorry, no, you're right, it's free action. I'm sorry, you're right, it's a free action.
Yeah. It's not.
Yeah,
it's
so
go ahead.
you can be, so as a melee character, if you're in that zone, you can just be within reach. I would say, for example, if a Rad Roach was already attacking Deion, then that's
Within
probably
reach. I
range.
got
So
you.
you
Yeah,
would
for
have
sure.
to move, like take a minor action to move.
No, he wouldn't have to though, right? Couldn't he just take a free action to move to somewhere else in the zone to not be in reach, disengage reach? That's a little weird. Like,
Yeah, it is.
when would you ever be?
Maybe
I
it's
think
up
that-
to
I
the
think-
GM on
yeah.
like if he was like on me or something like that.
I think
But-
that's
but
where
if
you
there's no
break
attacks of
out.
something.
opportunity.
I
If
think
there's no
that's-
attacks of opportunity, could he just take the free action to move elsewhere in that zone?
Maybe if he's
That's like-
grappling or pinned, theoretically.
Yeah,
Is-
I think, David,
yeah,
to your
is
point,
there
that's
no,
probably where you break out of like the mechanic and into the visual of like, yeah, I do this, and Jordan was like, yeah, that works, versus like trying to find, like framework bits for it, because there's a missing inside the zone, there's like kind of a missing mechanic if you're going to stick to squares.
Yeah.
Theater of the mind.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, yeah, like, so we should be specifying, like,
Boo this man!
like, to the other side of someone.
Boom, dead roach.
Yeah.
No, this is going to be important to me, so I don't get shot by people when
Yeah.
I'm up in their face.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
no, I understand. I'm just reading the little, because there's the chart on page 28 that kind of gives you the range to target versus weapon range comparison. But there is that one little sentence in there. Is disruptive to range attacks.
Because it's like a full +2 difficulty. Because that would be great for me if I can get in somebody's face and be like, yeah, you can't really shoot me now. But
Right.
if they can just be like, no, I took a free action to just scoot.
I'm just gonna call it like if they're up in your business. Like if I literally have like the token on you, like maybe you're not even prone, but like on you, then we'll apply the penalty. Otherwise, I think close is going to apply.
And Michael, I think actually, if you think about the mechanic of combat, though, if you get right up on it and you're attacking it, and then its turn comes along and it's able to get away from you, then that's actually okay, isn't it? Like, you know, and then suddenly it can attack you again with its weapon. Otherwise, as long as you stay engaged, so there's that kind of like back and forth, pull and push thing that could happen there. You know, versus. Okay. I don't know. This Jordan does the thing.
I do the things with the stuff. We're not applying the within reach penalty. Play on players.
Play it on.
Do I get to shoot this thing now?
Yeah, I think that is now your turn, Mr.
I really don't want to be upstaged by Buck, so
that makes sense.
I'm going to aim as a minor action.
Okay.
Oof.
Actually, it doesn't matter, does it? Because
you could re-roll. Unless you're going to use John, you've got luck points, right?
Yeah.
So one of the luck abilities.
You feeling lucky, pretty boy?
One of the lucks is to re-roll one die.
Yep, re-roll 1d20. So now you could use your aim re-roll and one luck point for the re-roll if you want.
I'm going to do that, so I'm going to just roll again, basically.
Yep.
Hey.
All right. Now you're going to have to play it out for me since we went to that length of just like how you thought you were going to upstage Buck, but it did not come out in your favor.
So I'm even making a comment, you could be a little bit more subtle because, of course, I got him exploding the thing, and then I just kind of look at him knowingly that I'm going to shoot this thing and shoot, and it just fucking misses. And then I just seethe in anger.
Okay, not quite. Okay, Roach Snacker, a.k.a. Victor. There's a meal right in front of you.
Sometimes you've got to put the firearms down and just bitch slap these little fuckers. And why isn't it not going through? Baseball bat. Are you not getting a roll? I'm clicking the thing.
I'm not getting a roll.
Dude, it worked before. Fail. Hello. What do I do failing the base?
Hello.
Is roll 20 lagging or something weird?
I don't think so.
You might get like 100.
Refreshing it.
Yeah. Refresh.
Oh. No, here comes a bunch. No, it works for you. Okay, weird.
Yeah.
Hang on.
It's them remote internets you got.
Hello. Dude, it is so not working. Hang on, let me refresh the character sheet. I'm sorry, guys.
No problem. Oh. One of the rad roaches, Jaeger, looks like it's kind of licking its lips. If it had lips, it's licking it at you.
Yeah, I think I'm dancing around like, oh, stop trying to bite me. I'm trying to make the button work. Yeah, Roll20 is not even loading my character sheet right now. It's like doing the Roll20 unfoldy thing that it does.
Boo!
That sucks. I obviously have an internet connection. Hang on.
Jordan, can you like roll his?
Yeah, can you do that? Is that
Yes,
possible?
I can. I should be able to.
Here,
Let's find
hang
out.
on, I'm reopening
Jason, narrate.
Yeah.
All right, Jason, you are using what?
Baseball
you have a couple melee options here.
bat. Here, wait, I'm doing that. No, still not working for me. Oh, wait, there it goes. Hold on. Okay, it's working now. Don't roll. No additional dice.
clicking.
Here we go. Shit.
He swings right into the dirt, in front of it. It's going to hiss and get a little bit of its green goo on your baseball bat. Just like a smidge. Just a couple of drops.
Son of a bitch.
Jägermeister.
So yeah, I'm just gonna. So we're not. There's no like which one you're close to. It's just kind of pick one.
And they're all within range. Yep, they're all within range essentially.
Yeah, I'm just gonna I guess aim, right, and then hit it with a baseball bat.
Nice. Show me the swing.
Boom.
Hey, bat. Nice. All right, play it out for me. What happens?
All right, so I come at this thing like lumberjack style, like I'm coming down to split it in half, and
all right, hit that roll damage. Let's see how well you do. All right, so you go and you
raise
smack
its
it.
wing.
Yeah, you go and you smack it, and it's clearly annoyed, and it's like, what? What the hell? It makes a hissing noise when you do it. It's just like, like you stepped on a cat. Okay, there we go. Doing some math behind the scene here. Very cool. Dr. Mr. Handy, MD Puppetry.
Yeah.
Put that degree to work.
Sorry, I'm trying to add the. There we go. Wait, it says not equipped. It is. Okay, there we go. I forgot to add the. I have a diagnosis module that comes with my character, so I was just adding that to my character sheet. Okay.
Likely story.
I'm going to take the minor action to aim, and then no one's been hurt yet, right? Because like my character is kind of a doctor first, so no one's.
From your perspective,
Yeah.
I don't know. We're playing the no meta rule, so you would have to have said.
No, right. No, I was more asking. Yeah, you're right. So I'm going to take the minor action and attack the rad roach, I guess, closest to me.
Okay. We're going to call that this bad boy over here.
All right. A buzzsaw.
So, is there?
Damn!
Now wait. Okay. Question. Since I took the aim action, could I re-roll that 20?
Yes, you can.
All
Definitely.
right. How do I re-roll just one dice?
Aim is technically the first D20, is what it says.
What?
Oh, does it?
says
No,
one
it's
D20.
a reroll.
It's one D20.
It's a
It's
reroll.
one.
Yeah, it says
No,
one
it's
D20.
only
It
one.
doesn't say first. It says one D20.
Yeah,
so
you get to re-roll
To me,
one.
it reads select one.
Oh, you're right.
First attack roll.
First
So
attack
it's-
roll.
Yeah,
My
if he
mistake.
attacks
My
multiple
mistake.
times,
My
he can't
mistake.
reroll.
How do I roll?
Crucify
one die?
John.
Yeah.
If I click my weapon again, it's going to do 2.
You can go into the top right and click that die button, and then just do the quick roll that way.
It would be a
Wow.
melee. Do 1d20 melee strength.
Strength. Gotcha. Okay.
So is there an argument?
Oh
to be
my
made?
God.
Oh wow!
Get
Dr. Mr. Handy!
No forgiveness on the complication. Okay. I want to clarify something here, right? Mr. Handy is a puppet, right?
Uh-oh.
No, Handy's a puppet. I am Dr. Mr.
So
Handy.
you're the Dr. Mr. Handy, but I thought we were calling the puppet Mr. Handy.
No, that's his Handy.
Okay.
I was
Don't
being
get
formal.
confused.
I was being
Remember-
formal.
There wasn't a gender identifier for
Do
Handy.
not ruin Handy.
You're correct. I'm not going to ruin Handy. However, Handy, in your attempt to swing this, does fling off your pincher. So you're going to have to go and fetch Handy, or at least get past the rad roach to go get him.
Damn.
Okay. Fair enough.
The
I'm going to
rad
call it.
roach doesn't aggro.
We're going to call it over here, David. So you've got to go. You've got to at least travel a zone to get Mr. Handy.
Fair enough.
That is going to be your complication. No, Handy, no! Oh my God! Now he's a liability, David.
if only he talked like a 1970s Cylon. Like, no, Handy, no.
No, Handy.
God. This is
That would be
amazing.
the best.
I love
Okay.
that character. Favorite character
There
ever.
we go. No, this rad roach is dead, so he's going to continue to look like a pile of goo. The next one is going to try to take a bite out of Buck Casey, I think. There we go.
Are we
I'm
sure
at
this
me, boy.
dice not like weighted on the high end or something like that?
Yeah.
I've never rolled this good in my life.
I don't know. You know, it's funny though. I was in the game that I played yesterday. I had somebody roll a 1 like 4 times in a row digitally, and we literally were like, "All right, hold on. The algorithm is definitely broken." Okay.
The random is just like return 14.
Yep. So I don't have. This was part of my. I failed to prepare properly, so I'm actually just going to. How do I do? Don't you have the ability to do whisper rolls in Roll20?
Whisper. Yeah, there's a syntax for it. Yeah, you can do
/WR.
thing. Yeah, it's like
I
/W.
want to do a GM private roll. I thought I could do it as in the drop down, but maybe I'm crazy. I'm just looking GM.
Oh, you're trying to do it to yourself?
Yeah, like I want to roll my dice.
Gotcha.
Looking for some 3D dice.
Get some physical.
Boop.
Whatever. I don't actually care that much. Here we go.
There you go.
Play on, players. Here we go. 2d20. Boom. Actual dice. Okay. So, Buck, what is your defense?
None, yeah.
Buck? I'll figure it out.
Where do I see that?
Hang on.
It should be on your character. It should be on your character sheet as a flat value.
The top right of the little character below HP.
Oh, and I guess now that there's a hit that's actually landing.
Man, I can't find mine either. Where is it?
It's a little black box to the right of head.
Oh!
Oh, 47. Yeah, no problem.
Dion, did you find it?
To be more.
I'm still
All
stupid.
right, so you see all your body parts?
Yes.
To the right of your head.
The top right of that.
Actually, to be more specific, so now that I know that I'm landing the hit, I need your physical defense of your left arm.
Physical defense of my left arm. I have one. One.
One?
Yeah, my overall defense was 2. My physical defense in the left arm is 1.
That's damage reduction, right? Or damage resistance or something? Is that
That's the difficulty for my hits.
Okay, got it.
This
All right.
is defense. Okie dokie. And
Well, no, but isn't that damage reduction?
Yeah, defense is 1.
Defense is difficulty. The armor is damage reduction.
Yeah, so that's where you're...
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I'm doing something dumb here.
Always.
Body plus melee. Okay, so I needed... All right, so I failed anyway. Sorry, I had to check. There we go. All right, so he tries to take a bite at you, and he's just, miss. You do you back up a little bit or whatever, but he fails. And then the next one is going to try to actually take a bite out of Jack.
Oh.
Go. All right, what is your defense, Jack?
It is 2.
It is 2. Okay, that's good to know. So he's also going to miss on your side. So they both try to take bites out of you guys, and you manage to get out of their gross, gnarly way. Buck.
Huh?
Your turn.
It's your turn, Buck.
That was it?
Yeah, they tried to bite you guys, and they both failed.
All right. Well, I'm aiming for the next one. We already know.
We're gonna blow through all of our ammo in this first encounter.
Pretty much. All right, here we go. Taking another shot.
Can we make the argument that these things are prone?
Michael, you really
Michael!
tried to jig.
No.
They're stuck in a roach motel.
Damn it.
Damn, man.
Stuck in a roach motel.
Ooh,
So I
that's
can
a
do-
critical.
Nice roll.
Whoa, nice. Yeah.
Damn!
That's
Roll that
3
beautiful
because-
damage.
Because your small guns is 3, and you roll the 3. So that's 2 successes, right? Automatically.
Yeah, because one of them is a failure. You can see on the roll the 15 is a failure.
Yep.
Right.
it's your-
So
Go ahead.
So if you aimed, you could re-roll that first one, and if you succeed, get an action point.
So I did aim.
So
So
right
you
now
have-
you have 2 successes, but you could re-roll the first one to try to get a 3rd success.
Which gives an
Yeah.
action point.
get an action point.
But there's
That
no
is correct.
penalty. What if I crit fail the aim roll?
Ooh, the reroll.
Nah.
Yeah.
It does say re-roll. It does say re-roll.
Yeah,
You have to
yeah,
take
it probably would generate a complication.
I
Good
mean,
call. Good call.
Yeah, what are the
Deion.
odds though? No one knows what the odds are.
I aimed, so
One out of 20.
I'll do
Sure.
the reroll. So you said 1d20.
There's been a lot of complications so far. I'm just putting it out there.
Yes, we have.
Poor Handy.
Look, David's complicated.
guns.
Okay.
What's my attribute?
Only been alive for a couple hundred years.
Okay, hopefully.
Agility.
Did I do that right? I got
There
a
you go.
success.
Strength and melee.
Yep.
Yep.
Nice.
We get an action point.
Yep. Everybody add one to the pool.
Hey.
Yay, we got 2 action points now. Hooray. We're
Give
rich.
Let me see that
Roll
damage.
damage.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
God dang, that thing is just unfair.
That is a lot of damage.
It is really a lot of damage. Okay.
Min-maxer over here.
I love that there's like bullets flying and like Jaeger and I are just like bam, bam, bam with our bats. And he's just like, oh, son.
And a puppet soaring through the air.
Yeah.
I just imagine like the toothpick just sitting here just like.
For that shot, I definitely like based off the last conversation with Jack. I just like look at Pretty Boy, and I just, boom, and I just like shoot, and watch the roach blow up.
Oh, I think a little bit more might splash on your shoes, Jack, to add to that insult.
That's fair. I get that. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so he looks. So I'm assuming, Deion, just for clarification, you were aiming at this one, right? That was kind of closest to your person.
The closest one to me.
Yeah. Okay. So he's definitely looking really worse for wear, but he seems to still be making weird hissy noises. But now they're like really high pitched. Okay, Jack. There is something that resembles a rad roach in front of you, supposedly still alive, according to the noises.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut this time. Just aim and shoot. Okay, I'm gonna re-roll the 1.
Uh-huh.
Son of a bitch. Small guns.
Nice.
Woo!
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
There it is.
Oh, that's cool. I actually hadn't seen a roll where it actually listed the effects at this point, because I was wondering.
What's the
that's
silence
Oh,
effect?
cool. Yeah.
Silence really only applies when they're unaware of me. So sneak attack, I get
Gotcha.
bonus damage essentially.
Cool.
Yep, you...
Oh, so it's got that question there for rolling bonus damage. That's awesome.
Yep. You finished the job, Lancaster, and put the roach to rest.
I try not to look super happy that I actually finished it. I try to remain calm, cool, collected, but I was like sweating there for a minute of, oh my god, a red roach is going to beat me.
Yeah. Nice. Victor.
So
one left.
you can aim on a melee.
Looking at you.
You can aim on a melee attack. Is that a thing?
I think so. Does it say
Doesn't
ranged?
say ranged.
Is it only ranged? It doesn't specify.
It doesn't. It does not say that. So yes.
See, I'm gonna just kind of do that sort of just and probably not succeed because roll 20 is gonna be mad at me. Here we go. So baseball bat. Shit. No.
We're getting you lessons.
Yeah.
We're getting you baseball lessons. Oh my
I was
god.
more of a golfer myself. Just son of a bitch.
So,
Scared
like
it
we had
away,
said
though.
before, so you've got the aim, so you've got a reroll, and then
Which-
as a reminder, you've got an option with luck points where you can spend those for a reroll as well.
So if I use my aim and I use 1 luck point, then I can reroll the whole roll. Yeah, basically. Is that what you're saying?
Basically.
All right,
yes.
I'll do that. I think he hits the ground. God damn mother! He's just cursing up a storm and then just tries again and probably misses again because that's how my rolls on roll.
David, you have a question?
Oh, I just private DM'd you. It's one more roach is dead, right? You didn't mark it.
Oh, yes, it is. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Nope.
Oh no.
So I reduced my luck by 1 because
Yep. It's not your special value; it's your luck points counter.
Yeah.
That needs to run through Smile.
Because you're mean.
That's true. Fact. Okay. Drug addict.
That's rude. I'm not addicted right now.
Got these two dysfunctional people like swatting at these roaches.
I'm just watching this like pissing contest happening with the other two, and they're like, bam, bam, bam.
It's like this weird game of whack-a-mole or something like.
And now you're.
And we were
Maybe,
thinking, but this is the same group that was like only 5 renegades or whatever. Like, shit.
Oh
What
my
was
gosh.
the crap? What was the? Let me trying to find the reroll thing. Here we go. Melee and spring.
Jordan, can we just use the normal reroll for the weapon and just only look at the top one? Oh, nice.
What was the question, dude? The reroll at the top?
Yeah, so if we're trying to reroll for aim, if we just hit roll again, but only look at the top value. So if the top value is a fail.
I don't have a problem with that.
Okay, cool.
That'll make it a lot easier. I like
Yeah,
it.
that's totally fine. Okie dokie. We got. Why did you only roll 1, Jaeger?
I didn't.
He re-rolled.
I rolled and then I
above.
re-rolled for.
Oh. Sorry, I just went too fast.
Success.
Nice. So go. This is with your baseball bat. Okay, so you're taking your baseball bat, swinging a hit, and we got 3 physical damage going on. So it's going to. Oh, do you have any? Just asking. Does the baseball bat have any damage effects? I wasn't sure if that was on your character
not
sheet.
It's
Okay,
not
cool.
on the sheet, and I for the machete, I think the machete does, but the baseball bat doesn't.
You get a very satisfying squish noise when you do it, and it makes another hiss, but it doesn't look like it's leaking its entire essence everywhere.
Yeah. And then another 44 round. Bang.
Anything else there? I'm assuming not.
Nope, I'm good.
Awesome. Thank you, Garcia. Puppet Master, your best friend is 1 zone away.
Yeah, so question here. Can I can't take 2 minor actions and no major action, right? I would have to spend an action point for that?
I think you would have to spend an action point for that. I don't remember seeing any rules where you could convert down a major into
Yeah,
a minor.
he would. I mean, he's going to. Sorry. He moves, so he moves to the next.
Handy, no!
And he uses an action point to interact and pick up Handy and put him back on his hand. And then he uses a major action to rally again. This time I'm going to do, I think, endurance and survival because I just went through a traumatic experience here. And yell, "The show must go on!"
Yeah. Okay, so make sure everybody deducted the action point that was just spent to save Handy,
Yep.
which had 0 payoff
Which look, hey,
in the rally attempts.
Handy can't go missing because that would be bad.
Yeah, he saved Handy.
Mental note:
he did.
no one drink during David's turn because you'll spit wine all over you. God.
Oh my gosh. Okay, fantastic. Well, listen, if you were worried about Handy, he's been saved.
Woo!
So,
We can close this session right down.
yeah. All right, going past 1, going past 2. The last rad roach is going to try to bite at the one who seems to be the worst at hitting things, aka Victor. Let's see how we do. Victor, what's your defense?
37. No, it's 1 apparently, which isn't great.
No, it's not, and I think might do some damage here. Hold on. It is 6. Oh no, they're not. Oh yeah, actually, it's 1. Okay, so I'm gonna land a little bit of damage. It's radioactive, but since you have radioactive immunity, this is not going to matter to you.
Or just a cool heal from radio.
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
I do
you're right.
heal.
You're right. So this is whatever damage you're going to take is technically going to be healing.
But you're full health.
Yeah.
Well, there, boom. It bites you, and tell me what happens. What do you feel?
That tickles you, motherfucker! Just like swatting at him, and I'd be like, Jaeger, he's on my leg. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Just swinging his foot around like, ugh.
Oh my gosh. I just want to double check here that it is pure healing. Yeah, you are immune to radiation damage. In fact, you're healed by it. You gain 1 hit point for every 1 hit point for every 3 points of radiation damage inflicted upon you.
Okay.
And if you rest in an irradiated location, you may re-roll dice pool when checking your injuries.
So Jordan, the math of that says I could take damage. So if he does,
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Go ahead. But I've got a. Where did he bite me on the leg?
No. It says you're immune to radiation damage.
Well, but he
also right.
Yeah.
Didn't it say immune, but also heal?
Is it only radiation or is it radiation and physical? Because he's chowing down on my.
Oh, that's true.
So specifically, the character does say just radiation damage. So I think David's right. It does not specify radiation and physical.
He's got soft teeth, but irradiated.
Yep.
Okay.
That seems weird.
Nice.
That means ghouls and robots cannot be hurt by red roaches at all.
Well,
That's
but
why I
you
eat
think about
them.
A cockroach, they don't have teeth.
Apparently, I'm hurting
That's
myself
true.
enough though, so it's
You
it's all
don't
good.
when you're
That's fair.
when you're at the beach, you don't find many cockroach teeth. Shark's teeth, the occasional
That's true.
child tooth, probably.
That's poetry. That's
Yeah.
poetry.
You heard it here first.
Fine. So I do think I'm swinging my foot around because they gross me out. If they're dead, I eat them. But man, this is.
Well, he is gumming your leg.
I try to hold it up. Yeah. Is there any way I could leverage that, Jordan, to like, God, why am I saying this? But to give Buck a better shot and just kind of like, get it! And like hold my foot over there. Like,
Yeah, hold on. Isn't there an assist?
You're gonna hold
Yeah.
wait. You're
Yeah.
gonna look at your
Will be
leg.
there.
and say,
Incoming
"Shoot my
critical
leg."
miss.
No.
From
He's on my.
big ass revolver.
Tell me he's on my foot, Jordan.
That's
He's
like
on my
that
foot.
damage.
I got it.
Jordan,
So technically, Jason, it's a major action.
never mind. Never mind.
So you could
Dang it.
spend an action point to get an extra major action to do it.
No, because if Mr. Handy goes missing again, we need that action point for him to go get. Oh, I'm not supposed to metagame. It's fine. No. He's flinging his flailing around. Whatever. He'll try to hit it with a baseball bat when he can.
Okay, Buck.
JFK.
I'm here. I was actually looking for my Nerf gun. I know it's somewhere.
Nice.
Anyway. Okay. Well, there's only one left, and it's dangling around Victor's leg. So I'm going for it.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I'm doing one of these. I'm like I'm squinting one eye, and I'm just trying to aim at it. And here we go.
Here we go.
Okay. I'm gonna do my second roll.
Ooh.
We said you could just aim it or roll the attack.
I blow my foot off.
I know, but I like seeing it this way.
Gotcha. Man,
He's
There we go.
rolling for damage.
he's hit every single round, hasn't he?
He's pretty
I missed-
good. I guess I found the enforcer of the group.
That's
First
it.
round.
That's it.
I missed my first shot.
Oh, that's
but
right.
ever
That's
since
right.
then-
That's right.
Holy shit.
Dude, please tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like flailing my leg around and you shoot it off of my foot with a roll like that. That is
This
spectacular.
whole thing, he's just got the toothpick. He's like, bam, bam, bam.
That's
He's like,
funny.
take this, old Cappy. I think we'll be just fine. Awesome. Okay, so you put a 44 bullet right through his head. Deion, just double checking here. You're keeping your ammo honest, right? I don't know if anybody's
Yeah.
noticed if it's been decrementing or not.
No, it doesn't do it automatically,
Doesn't.
so it's on our
Okay.
system. But yes, I've removed.
Okay, and in case anybody else forgot, make sure you adjust that based on what you've been doing. Otherwise, we're looking at 3 corpses of rad roaches right in front of us. We're going to exit combat for that. So what do you think's going on here, folks? You got 3 corpses. Jack, you've got a little bit of goo on your shoe. And Victor, you probably got some self-esteem problems about your ability to hit things.
I'm just pulling out a sack and I'm gonna stuff one of you in there and cook it later. It's
I'm
delicious.
slowly hovering back to the group and kind of gingerly, like, making sure Handy's all right. And I go, well, gents, I think that went splendidly.
At least the
Couldn't have gone better.
robots. At least the robots, all right. That was some good shooting, Buck.
Thanks, Melty. Are you really gonna eat that dang thing?
You're not?
Dang.
They're delicious.
I spin my... Never mind.
Oh, my gosh. Okie dokie. Jack, what are you gonna do about the shoe situation?
Yeah, I'm going to just take a cloth out from the bag and wipe it off, kind of like polish it off. Kind of muttering to myself, well, I don't normally have to shoot at targets like that, so, but good, nice shot, Buck.
What I was gonna say, what's the tension going on between you two?
I am pissed, but holding it in and trying to be polite as a gentleman would.
Yeah, Bucks just looks at him and be like, let me know if you need any help there aiming, pretty boy. I can give you some lessons.
Oh, damn.
That sounds like he was flirting.
Took a whole new turn. Those were nice shots. I have to commend you for those.
Wait, is Deion the bard?
He might be a bard.
I didn't think so, but it's kind of turning into that.
DPS.
He was flirting.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this was our first encounter. Fantastic. Great job, everyone. We're XP based. You are going to get 30 XP points for defeating the roaches. Congratulations. So go ahead and log that in your XP bucket in your character
XP
sheets.
earned. You said 30?
Yep, 30.
The best
What's
news.
to level 2?
100. The best news is I stuffed the last kind of bit of the carcass that I can safely carry. Is that everyone else in a 2-mile radius knows we killed some roaches here today?
I look at everyone and I say, was anyone injured and in the need of medical assistance?
I just have to laugh. He's got a puppet. Is the puppet talking or are you? It's like,
And that was me.
yeah.
But my buzzsaw probably goes like when I talk. And no response. So
I just immediately see the buzzsaw and you offering assistance, but
Yeah.
afraid to ask what that
Have y'all never
assistance might
seen a
be.
Mr. Handy before?
I've seen amputation before, so you know.
Gosh. Okay, so everyone is a little bit more alert on the final couple of miles as you guys start to approach in the dark and notice that familiar red rocket signage as a beacon in the darkness that's coming up. Does everybody remember what the red rocket looks like? It says gas
Yeah,
stations. It's got
yeah, the
literally
big-
a big old rocket
Yeah.
on it.
red.
It's red. Surprise.
There's a dog there usually.
Yep. It serves as a beacon in the darkness coming up in the distance. Looks like it's time to show Ole Cappy what you guys are really made of. So as you get closer to the gas station, you imagine what it must have been like when this place was in its prime. There's probably some happy gas station attendants in a milkman-style uniform filling tanks for the ladies with newborns in the back seat so they wouldn't chip a nail. You know, they'd exchange pleasantries and ask what they were preparing their husbands for dinner when they get home from a hard day's work at the plant. And if the children were old enough to know what they want, they'd beg their mother from the back seat of the car to run inside and get one of those fancy lads snap cakes. Anyway, well, that was then and this is now. It's actually a miracle that the signage is still up. It's just proof that they dug those holes really deep during the initial construction, considering it lasted through wind speeds of a nuclear blast. As you're getting closer, you're not seeing anyone on the outside, and what used to be glass on the front windows all looks to be boarded up now. The couple of pumps that are outside look like they've long since dried up, with an abandoned vehicle crashed into one of them near the front. And we're going to transition to here. I don't know what this is. Delete that.
Some fog of war going on. Okay, good. Yeah, that's something.
Yep, so there should be a little bit of fog of war happening, and now I need to drag everybody onto the scene. So you guys are coming up on the street here, and it's basically dead quiet, empty right now.
Say, fella, kind of walking over to Buck. Why don't you keep the howitzer in your pants and let Jaeger and I take a look around the gas station, huh?
All right, be my guest.
But then
Might
pull the howitzer
go
out
be-
when we call you, you know, because...
By the way, this quick fuel sign, pretend that's the rocket, although it's not actually on the ground. It should be connected.
It was a partnership, Red Rocket Quick Fuel. It's like a...
Yeah.
I pull out my silenced pistol. I think I'll also scout around, maybe a little more subtly. I'm going to kind of walk a little more solo from it.
For anyone that is trying to walk the way that Lancaster is walking, I would like a sneak roll. So that
I
is
guess
going
I stay
to
with Deion's character and
agility. Sneak
Yeah, how do we? I'll stay with Lancaster. Maybe the robot stays with.
Buck.
Wait, I'll stay with Jaeger, and the robot stays with Lancaster. Yeah.
Sorry, it's a difficult.
No, I said I was going with Deion. I was staying with Deion.
Yeah, so Dr. Handy and me, we're chilling. We're just kind of
Okay.
posting up, and then I think it's just Lancaster by himself, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
just putting it out there in case anybody else wanted to. So Lancaster,
Actually,
you-
Jordan, can you copy and paste the tokens from the other one over here? Because these ones didn't carry over permissions. Doesn't look like.
oh, sorry,
Just distracted with the buggy kill.
Yeah.
I just had to murder that bug.
Agility
Is that a rat
check
roach?
there. Damn.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Cancel. I will fix that again. I thought that by doing it as default, it would carry over. That is just really unfortunate.
Yeah, there's a thing you have to do. Jordan, I can show you later. Len showed
Okay.
me. It was a catastrophe, but
If you copy and paste the tokens too from the one you originally set up, that'll carry over to each map too.
Okay, well, yours should be fixed now, John, at that
Okay.
point. It's not that hard to fix everyone's really quickly, but just small annoyance. But I don't know if you noticed, but you generated a complication out of your check for sneak. So that radiation stuff that you kind of cleaned up, you didn't get all of it, and now you've got a weird squeak going on with your shoe. You don't seem to be noticing it, but it's making you less sneaky than you thought it was. It's like,
Got it. Okay. Should have changed my shoes back. Son of a bitch.
which direction is he going? Because my thought was to flank the sneaky people, flanking as much as possible. So
Yeah, I was gonna just go down.
all right, I'll go north. I'll go north, crouching by the pump and the quick fuel sign.
Yeah,
and all that.
I'm not going with squeaky shoe.
So I don't notice the squeak.
You definitely don't notice it. You think you're being very sneaky. Everybody else hears the squeak, but for whatever reason, you do not.
What the fuck is that sound? Sounds like a mouse with an epilepsy problem.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So from where you're looking at, Jack, right now, that's the front of the store. I'm hoping you can see that through. Can you see this, or does it look like? Oh, hold on. I'm not in the right thing. Can you see this area? Is that all just?
Yeah, it's fog of war for us.
Fog, but we can see the edge line.
Yeah, I see the
okay.
the sidewalk.
The sidewalk, yeah.
Okay. Let's do this. Oh, come on, mouse. Unstick. Mouse, hello. Hello, mouse.
Your
Unstick, please.
mouse is not responding because it's in Jack's shoe. Squeaking
Oh, I must be.
and squeak. Squeak.
Okay, there we go. So you can kind of see the front here. So this is all boarded up. There's probably old 2-for-1 Nuka-Cola signs that are on there from posters or whatever. There is what appears to be a door. I know that the map makes it look. Oops, I'm still in the wrong mode again. Long click. The door or the map makes it look open, but that is closed, and it has been boarded up as well. So you can tell that there's a door and an entry there, but you can't see inside to what's going on.
So I would try to get Jack's attention, and as I'm moving, I don't know how far I can move, Jordan.
Yeah, so I will tell anyone to pause when they can. I would do like 3 or 5 squares at a time.
Okay.
We're okay right now.
So I'm gonna. So I'm gonna try to. Wait, you were heading that way. I'm sorry. So I'm here. See, I'm gonna take position. I'm gonna try to provide eyes for him as he moves, and then around the back if I can. Are there no open windows? It's all boarded up 100%.
Yep, everything's boarded up. Honestly, a lot of the glass broke, when the initial explosions happened. So people that have tried to take shelter here have, been boarding it up to use it as a shelter.
This is like a tall gas pump, right?
Yep.
Okay, so if I approach from like here, it's going to be hard to see like anything, right?
It probably is not clear to see, if you're standing right in front of that. But it also provides you a little cover, I would say.
Yep, cool.
If that's part of your tent. So everything seems to be pretty quiet.
Should we move again?
Yep, you guys are good to go. I will tell you to pause if I don't want you to go somewhere.
Should we do another sneak?
Yeah, you need a sneak? I got some sneak.
I'm going to say that it's the same, since it's the same scene, John. You know, you're dealing with the same squeak.
Fair. That's fair.
Is there any need?
Okay,
So I was separate,
let
Jordan.
me give. So John, you're getting a better visibility. You can hold on a second.
Okay.
So those that haven't been around the corner probably can't see this, but John. Oh my gosh! Come on, mouse. There we go. Hold on. Nope, that didn't work. What is happening? And there we go. So, John, as you're kind of approaching the side of the building there, you're seeing more boarded up stuff. There appears to be actually, let me do this. There appears to be another door, like a side door entrance that's over here. Yet again, all boarded up. There looks to be a very rusted out old propane tank. And then you can kind of see, it goes around to the corner to the back of the gas station. But no people so far. No signs of people. No additional noises you're hearing.
Got it. Okay.
So I'm trying to sneak up and like look through the slats.
Okay. 1 second. So Victor, you're on the side here. You're going to get a little bit more visibility as well.
Propane and propane accessories. Oh, like nothing. Cardboard and some refuse.
Yeah, hold
Nice.
on. I got to give you a little more than that.
Oh,
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's definitely a pissy mattress of a hobo from long ago that you can kind of see over here, aka cardboard box. But everything else, it looks like there is a entrance that is right there. Yet again, boarded up. Looks kind of all. Oh, one other thing you can kind of make out towards the back of the building over here. These appear to be two metal garage-style doors. So this must have been one of the Red Rocket locations where they were able to fix vehicles. So
Are they closed? They're both closed or boarded up or something?
They're both closed.
Okay.
So they're intact. They're not boarded up, but they are closed.
So is there a way to? I know we're not in combat, so those actions don't. But I want to run. I want to make my way to the back of the building quickly, knowing that I'm clear. There's no windows. Everything's fine. I'll soft pad run, so not a full sprint, but like I want to get back to the back.
Yep, that's fine. I'll take yourself to the back there, and then let me play out Jaeger's piece as well. So Jaeger, you were saying you're trying to look through the little slits.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. See, this is the thing about the perception piece. Is like.
Yeah, it is odd.
Yeah, it's like you should have a stat roll if nothing else. Can you just do a D20 roll against perception but no skill to modify it? That's what you do, right?
So that's what I was saying, but it changes the number, right? So that was Michael's perspective was like, hey, so but your difficulty is generated by the two added together. So the number to hit is a lot smaller. It's a lot harder.
You actually, you benefit from adding your sneak to it. So what I saw people, like I saw a couple DMs on Reddit were saying that what they'll do is if you're trying to like in my case, I'm looking in and trying to see people hiding or like obscured.
Yeah, that's a good
You
call.
would do perception and sneak.
Yeah.
So if I'm good at sneaking, I'm better at detecting sneak theoretically. So that kind of raises the number.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we need to be able to do that. The only thing that's a downside of that is like, that might have slightly changed some people's character builds, but
Yeah, but that does make sense.
It is a perception ability.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think perception plus whatever skill is relevant.
Like the other example they gave was like spotting mines and traps. So you'd have like perception and explosives. So like I build explosives, so I'm good at spotting them.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a cool idea. I like that.
Okay, I see what you're saying then. So then in this case,
I make a perception roll plus unarmed to detect a badass in the room.
yeah, let's say perception sneak is fine.
Yeah,
we were
smart.
just talking about the rule with perception, David. That's all.
Okay. Did I really miss anything? Looks like people are sneaking around the building.
Yep, that's pretty much all that's going on is that people are
cool.
sneaking around the building.
No!
Okay. Not great.
I've never seen this many 20s in a session.
Seriously.
It is a lot, admittedly, but I yet again did not make these die. So do not yell at me. I think you hear. Sorry, you're trying to sneak. Like, play it out for me. You're trying to like look through the cracks or something like that between boards.
Yeah, so like I rolled sneak find to walk up to him, but now I'm trying to like peek into the window of the gas station and see if I can tell what's on the other side of the glass. Boards, whatever.
Some dude.
So as you're trying to do that, you accidentally, because just from it being weathered and old, the board kind of splinters and it makes a noise, and you hear somebody go, "What the fuck was that?" Okay.
Time for the howitzer.
I turn around and run back. I fucked up, guys!
Buck Casey and Dr. Mr. Handy, what's going on in the back? You're just kind of observing what's going on at this point?
I'm just looking around. I kind of just got my hand on my revolver, and I'm just kind of just scanning.
Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to give...
My puppet's doing like an interpretive dance.
Nice.
I'm trying to ignore the puppet. I'm just like looking in all the places where Doc is not.
I'm going to give Victor a chance to play out one more thing and Sir Lancaster a chance to play out one more thing. And then we were going to pause for a second. Go ahead, Victor. So you said you were running to the back. So then you definitely didn't hear what I had just audibly said. But, what's happening when you get to the back is he...
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on back there. I just kind of peek around quickly, just a quick see if there's anybody back there and let you unfog that. Is there anybody back there having a tinkle?
Come on, mouse. Holy shit.
I've got my machete out.
Literally, it should be as simple as me hitting reveal and the yellow box doing what I told it to.
Yeah.
Come on. That works. The little one worked.
Well, that's nice.
The big one. There we go. Okay, hold on. Now it's playing nice. Okay. So, and then hold on. You get a little bit more over here. Come on. There we go. It's like when I start to leave the scene, it gets really mad. Anyway, so what you're looking at here, Victor, at the back, you've got a dumpster that looks good enough to bathe in for you.
Or eat out of.
Yep. And
Buffet.
You see a locked back door here. This is probably where the employees of the Red Rocket used to take their smoke breaks at.
Can I correct you for a moment on that?
Oh, yes, please.
It won't remain locked, because that's what I do.
Okay, there is a door that is closed, and it's probably where they used to take their smoke breaks. There's probably remnants of butts of old around the dumpster that hasn't moved much. So that is what's... Oh, and also there are boarded up windows that are here. So you've got some more wood planks that are going on there.
So when you say locked, is it locked, or is it like a board from the inside? Is it lock pickable as far as I can tell?
Yeah, I would say as far visually as you could tell, it looks lock pickable.
I'm gonna break out.
You're definitely too far probably for that much. I'm probably giving you more information than.
Okay, so I'll move. Well, I am gonna move to the door. As he walks, he sort of scoops up a handful of those cigarette butts and stuffs them in his pocket. Jaeger will appreciate these. He'll probably like them. It'll be good. And I make my way to that door if I can.
Okay. Yep. Oop. Just right there. Should be fine. All right. Sir Lancaster, what is going on?
I'm going up to this door, and is there any way to see through it at all?
There's a big old wood door, so you've got about as much vision as Jaeger had. Technically, there's maybe some slots, so you can give me a sneak perception check if you want.
Perception. I will do that. 1d20 or 2?
It should be 2d20.
2? Okay. I always forget quick rolls.
Yeah, wait a second. I mean, that still would have happened for Jaeger, but Jaeger, why did you only have a 1d20 before?
Okay. I did.
Yeah, because the quick roll just automatically defaults to 1, but it should be 2, and I rolled that wrong. I did endurance.
I see that.
Good, because I could have failed twice.
Yeah, I was about to say you still would have had the complication, unfortunately.
Perception, sneak.
So, do you still get a complication even if your other one's a success?
That was my understanding.
And it's a 0 difficulty?
I'm looking here. Each d20 that rolls a 20 causes a complication.
Jeez. Okay.
Wow.
It's a pretty brutal system. I guess I don't see.
Well, that's why I took out all those like encumbrance of food rules, because I could also be like, yeah, don't forget it's way harder because you're hungry.
Yeah.
You didn't have any iguana on a stick, so. All right, so let's see what happens. So you're trying to peek through. You're seeing maybe some remnants of stuff, but you can't make out much.
Can I do just like a slight push on the door to see if it's locked?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay. Is it locked?
No, it kind of gives a little bit.
Okay. That's it. That's all I do at the moment.
Okie dokie. So at this stage, what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter us into rounds, since we've got a couple of different things going for safety purposes. Also, as a time check for our viewers, we got a couple of people that need to be off a little sooner than later, so we will probably end up pausing in about 15 minutes or so. But let's see what we can get done in that time. All right, so the good news is that the tracker, I just got to actually, oops, can I delete you? I want to remove somebody from the tracker.
Right click.
Yeah.
Trash icon, if I remember right.
That's what,
Nope.
And it's gone.
yeah,
Well,
there we go.
That
Okay.
worked.
Oh wait, how did you, oh, no, you don't need to roll your initiative, John. You're already on the
Oh.
tracker, and it's already in order. So that's what I was saying is kind of nice. It's like, because it stays static.
I don't see anything on it.
Yeah, you cleared the turn order for us, it looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Okay,
Yeah, that's
well,
why I
that,
said it's gone.
oh, that's so weird. Okay, well, I still see it. Anyway, go ahead and do that again, everyone. That's annoying. I was hoping it would keep it for you guys.
I love that it pops you in the tracker, though. That's smart. It doesn't do that in Savage Worlds because of the cards.
So I clicked my initiative and it said you wanted to send the results of this roll to the turn tracker, but no valid token was selected.
I got the same error.
See if you can move your token around, David. You should be able to.
Yep.
Now try again after you.
Yeah, try again
Oh,
what
I
was
just click it
selected.
first? All right.
Yeah,
yeah,
you've got to
selected
have
one.
been selected your own token. So same with you, Deion, because you didn't move at all.
Gotcha.
There we go. Okay. See, but what's annoying to me is that it doesn't order them. Like I've seen it in other
Yeah.
systems where it just puts them in actual order.
Yeah, but if
I
you
think there's
if you
a
click,
gear icon.
there's a gear. If you click on if you click the that pane.
Hey!
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. Right. Cool. Oh, but it says sword options numerically descending. Looks like it's selected. Anyway, that's weird.
Yeah, you gotta. It's like a point in time thing that it does, though.
Okay.
It's not a default.
All right,
it's like-
Buck Casey. Your first act, my friend. You still hanging out back here with Mr. Buzzsaw?
I am still just hanging out. I'm not really doing anything. I'm just kind of glancing around, and I look back at them, just like I look back at towards the gas station, but I'm just still observing from the street.
Just
Okay.
like chewing
Yeah,
that
nothing-
toothpick. That's badass. He's just like waiting. Like, okay, I got you. That's
Nothing much changes for you, Mr. Lancaster. So
Shoot, this is
the
a
door
tough
had a
one.
little bit of a give.
Did I hear the board go and hear them say what the fuck?
No,
Or
that
no?
you wouldn't hear it.
Fuck. Okay.
It's not like the guy was shouting or whatever it was shouting, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of raise my pistol and more kind of like spec op style, just kind of like slowly peek the door open as quietly and subtly as possible. See if I see anybody.
You do not see anybody.
Can I? Okay.
Okay. We're gonna.
Can you expose what it looks like? Like, would I be able to move in into like a counter?
Yep,
Okay.
hold on. I will give you a little bit more visibility here. You probably can see this much at this point. Actually, hold on. I'll give you a little more than that. There you go. So you see a table, corner of a chair, and it looks like a counter, but you can't.
What's to the immediate left? Is that just a wall?
I would say from the way that you're opening the door, you don't got a good...
That's a fair point. Yep.
Well, I guess that means if I'm doing that, you should have more to the right then. So, tell you what, you've probably got that. You can probably see that from what you're opening.
Damn. Okay.
It's like a Wawa.
Geez, I'm gonna probably regret this, but I'm gonna push the door open more, and as soon as I like see that counter, I'm going to move in looking to the left, but try to like duck and take cover to this counter.
So you open the door, and just so you pushed it open, and you come around the other side. The door flips back, and this guy goes, "Boo!"
Whoa!
Boo! In a nice, quiet
Damn
whisper.
son of a bitch. Okay.
All right. Let's see here. Let me get him into the tracker. Oops. Cancel.
Did he say boo like boo, or was it like boo? Like
It was
what's
like-
that? Like hey boo.
It was literally like,
Hey,
boo.
boo.
No, definitely not that one.
So, I guess that's the question because I did kind of some stuff in there. Was that full turn or was that a minor action?
You did interact with the door. Interacting is a major action.
Oh, is it? Fuck.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. It's a minor action. It's a minor action. That's why to do That's why to do action points to freaking pick up handy.
His anger is the best. Okie dokie.
So you might have a major action left then.
Yeah, basically the question is, can I just pop him in the face with my silenced pistol?
Oh yeah, do it.
Okay.
He's like boo. Oh. So,
Sick reaction time.
yeah.
You know what? Hold on. The only thing is, like, he would have caught you off guard, I guess. Right. The reaction time is interesting. Like,
I mean, I was trying to be careful about it, so I don't think I would have.
right. But the guy was
surprised.
standing there and watched the door open. Like, you wouldn't have had to jump on him. You know,
What if you
like
did
he had
like
to jump on you.
What if you did like the whole thing where you can interject a turn? Like the bad guy could take his turn, and then John could take like his major action or something.
What if it's a ready? Can you ready, like, if I spot someone, I just shoot them in the face regardless of who they are?
Well, but John didn't though.
Yeah, and I mean, technically,
But I haven't done my major action.
From the
He hasn't-
GM
yeah.
perspective, you know, the raider wasn't anticipating, so he didn't have anything ready. You know, he's just doing his normal guard duty, probably.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, I'm good with whatever. If I can, I want to turn and shoot him
I
in the
think
face with my
you
major.
pulling one off would be a stretch at this point, just with what's going on.
Okay. Can I spend a luck point to do it?
All right, you know what? I'll allow for luck.
Bam. He's the Benny master.
I'm gonna miss anyways.
Complication.
Come on. Yeah.
Oh, my
Luck point back. Nice.
It's about time.
All right.
Oh no,
so this
action
guy,
point. Action point.
yeah.
Yep, we all get.
So
an
right,
action
you
point.
spend
Well, I
the
guess-
luck point still, right? And then you get an action point.
So hold on. So they have different difficulties. So the
Yeah.
Oh,
difficulty.
true.
The difficulty on this check is actually only a 1.
Ooh.
So
Two
you
action
gen-
points.
Because they're
Yep,
not
so
small.
you generate 2 action points.
Let's go.
So that brings us to 3, Jordan, because we dropped down to 1 for handy. Okay.
That's correct.
Got it.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Absolutely worth it, man.
So
Long
damn
live
it,
Andy.
he was a. Oh, fuck, I get so much stuff if he wasn't aware of me, but he was definitely aware.
Yeah, I mean, he would have known for sure.
But being silenced, maybe other people
Yeah.
won't be aware.
True.
That's true.
So at this
Until he
point, can
fucking
you spend?
screams out.
Yeah. Right. Well,
At
you're
this point,
you're
can you
doing.
spend the AP you just generated for more damage.
It's in the pool. I wouldn't see why not.
That's interesting.
Like as soon as you generate it, you can. It's available.
You
right?
have it. Yeah.
And
So you
at
can
the
just
very
be
least,
like,
we had 1 before.
Bam! AP
Yeah.
smack.
Yeah, you had it there anyway, even if that wasn't the case.
Double tap.
And actually, it says this. The sentence says, if you don't want to spend the action points you generate immediately, which implies
Yep,
you
there you
can
go.
spend them.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Oh, that's cool as
yeah,
shit.
So,
yeah.
and actually, the 10mm pistol has a fire rate of 2, so I can spend 2 additional 10mm bullets to increase combat dice pool.
The only thing I was asking about, John, was I thought thematically you were hitting him with the butt.
Oh no,
Like-
I'm just popping them in the face. With it's
Okay.
silenced, so it's just more of a like I came in the door. He said boo. I'm just bam bam.
You had
His face.
pre-established that you had already drawn it, right? We had talked about that. Okay.
Yep, I was going through
Okay.
the door with it.
Okay.
So I'm going to add 2. I have fire rate of 2, so I can spend 2 additional 10mm bullets to increase combat dice pool. So I'm going to do that. And
So what's that
then-
cost us for action points?
Yeah, the action point. How much do I add for that?
Um,
That would be nothing then.
3.
Right? Using the action
Wait.
points.
You're spending 2 then? Oh, that you
Well,
made?
no, I can. Where is
Hold on. What are you spending the action points to do again, John? Sorry.
Is there an option to spend action points to increase damage?
You have to
Yes.
spend a luck point. Well, it's a luck point to increase damage, I think.
No,
Oh,
on a
is it a
successful
weapon?
melee attack or thrown weapon, you can spend AP to add
It's neither.
1.
It's not melee or thrown.
That's neither. Yeah.
That's true.
Okay, got it.
But what was it
Yeah.
for? But there is something about the ranged attack with the rate of fire. So what was that?
Yeah, so I can spend additional ammo basically to increase my die pool. So I can roll 2 additional damage.
But there's no cost except for ammo?
Correct.
And you have to call that
Because
though before
my-
the shot though, right? You have to be like, hey, I'm gonna blah blah blah, and then that.
That's a good point.
That's a good question. As
Yeah.
is,
Point.
Like check
You can
before, so
increase
you've spent
number
the
of
ammo
combat dice.
regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah,
right.
so-
Oh, I got a critical. Okay, I'm gonna empty my clip then. You wouldn't know.
well,
yeah.
it doesn't specify. It says you can increase the number of combat dice you roll to inflict damage with an attack by spending action points or ammunition, depending on the type of weapon. For ranged weapons, each unit of ammunition you spend adds +1 damage die to the roll in your damage dice pool. You can spend ammunition up to the gun's fire rate. Example, 10mm pistols fire rate 2. So you can spend 2 additional 10mm bullets to increase combat dice pool.
I think you got to do that before though, because otherwise that's so meta. Like, ooh, I succeeded.
Fair.
Cool. I want to spend those bullets, but oh, I missed.
Yeah.
No, it's just 1 bullet. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm good
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense.
Okay.
That's-
So, Thor. Silence.
Okie dokie. So you pop this guy and
Boom.
he's feeling
So
hurt.
are we rolling for the spot though? Because like he's 1 away from like an injury, like a crit, right? Like you have to deal 5 damage to a spot, so we should be rolling a 1d20 every time.
Sorry. Yes, this time we hadn't in the last encounter. There wasn't a lot where it wasn't automatically
Yeah.
killing the roach or whatnot. Yeah. So then that is torso,
Left
I think?
arm.
Is it left arm?
Left arm 9 to 11, yeah.
Okay.
He's left-handed, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
This gang is
That's
called the
gonna be-
lefties. Yeah.
Is crit when you do 5 total damage to something, or is it 1 turn? Like you have to do 5 damage in like 1 turn of attack?
It is well. So 5 damage gets you an injury, like that will cause an injury. But yeah, if you mean critical damage, that's what you're referring to, Michael.
No, it said. Sorry, I think they just called it critical. Shit, I can look, but they said when you do 5 at a time, that's a critical hit and inflicts an injury, and I think something else.
But that sounds like 5 at a time. That sounds
Yeah,
like
a critical hit occurs whenever a character suffers 5 or more damage in 1 hit. A critical hit imposes an injury on the character.
So what's a hit? If he spends additional ammo, does it still count as 1 hit?
I think it's on a damage die because additional ammo increases damage dice, so you just make 1 damage roll, right, for that attack basically. So
Okay,
it's like
so that's 1 hit then. So like
Right.
if he
Yeah, I would think
add
so.
the damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
That makes sense.
there went all of Michael's luck points right down the window.
Oh my.
But he exploded.
Okay, so that is your go, Lancaster.
That's it.
That's all.
Okay.
Not what I intended, but here we are.
That goes. John, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish this round. Okay, so sit tight
Yeah.
for me for a
Yeah, all
second.
good.
Victor.
Lockpick roll. Yeah.
Yep. Let me see. Give me a lockpick perception.
Oh, well, wait. I think that's if I just click lockpick, it does that for me, right?
It will
Yep.
do that for you. Yep.
Oh, what the hell? It didn't do. Okay, hang on. Oh wait, there they go.
Right there, oh, there we go.
Yes.
There you go. Yep. Difficulty was a 2, so you are going to pass. So you hear a nice, satisfying click.
Sneak roll to quietly open the door, and then I'm probably done. I don't know, like action wise, like does that work?
So it's
Minor.
one
or
minor
more.
action to do a skill check.
Okay.
So
And interaction is also a minor action.
Well, hold on. Sorry, I said that wrong. I think it's a. Hold on.
I thought a test was
A test, yeah. Test is a major action.
Okay.
So he's still got his minor.
So you can interact to open the door, but that will be it. So I don't think you could sneak in the same roll. You could open the door.
Yeah, but when I say sneak, I'm trying to open the door quietly. So I figure maybe, I mean, if you just say I can open it quietly and not be noticed, that's fine. But otherwise, I'll make a sneak roll to see if.
That would be another test, though, right?
Yeah, I was thinking that would be another test, Jason, to try to. What were you sneaking as? Were you sneaking before, Jason? No, you were just.
You didn't make me roll, but I was moving around, and so I picked a lock. Maybe that takes a while. I don't know, but.
So pick is the test. That's your major action on your turn, right?
Right. So then I suppose that's it. Because what I want to do is quietly open the door. I want to be very careful to make sure I'm opening it quietly. So if you're not going to require a sneak roll, then that's what I do. If I got to wait until next round, there's a space-time thing that gets weird there. But like...
It is. Let's...
Because that means my next major test is to open to a door and like all this other...
It is. So the test is to perform a skill test, which definitely lockpick would be. Well, hold on. Perform a skill test for an action. Oh, for an action not covered by the other action. So like, there's not a lockpick one, Jason, right? So like, you don't get an action for like a minor action for doing that, right?
I mean, interact like opening a door.
Interact would be opening the door, right? But actually lockpicking, like, I mean, he's going through and...
Yeah, and click a clack, whatever. Okay.
So I think it's going to cost you the next turn, Jason. Sorry about that. That is a little weird. I can see why that, but...
Yeah, I'll let it. It's fine. So I'll do that.
Right, so it clicks, and Victor does a minor celebration that delays a little bit of time.
Put my lockpick away.
Dr. Mr. Handy.
Yeah, so I swear I was actually going to do this while all the John stuff was going on, but I kind of whisper to Buck, and I go, maybe I should help them out. You know, I was a member of Her Majesty's RAF, the Reconnaissance Activity Force. And I start sneaking towards, I guess, where Jaeger would be.
Yeah, so this is one thing I need to clarify about the map, and since we'll obviously continue this encounter in the next session, I'll remind you then. This is the other way that I wanted to kind of work zones. So when we've got a cool interactive map like this, basically I will kind of specify what different zones are. So I will call the road that Deion is on, and then where the pumps are, those are separate zones, right? And then inside the building, there is a lot clearer rooms. Different rooms will represent different zones.
Okay. So I think I was away for a minute when you were describing the outside here. So what is the facade that I immediately see from what I'm looking at?
Yeah, so basically anything that looked like it used to be glass, David, is now boarded up.
Yeah.
And so you don't have a good insight in. And what was here is a front door that is boarded up as well. So like there probably used to be glass. It's like
you mentioned that there was like some cracks between the boards, so it's not like really solid, right? Like this, I could peek in.
Yeah, Michael was trying to peer through some cracks, so he was trying to move a couple of boards to kind of see that. It's not like they're gaping ones like you can see without attempting to.
So I guess maybe what I do is I go kind of next to Jaeger and I kind of go like, how's it going? And that's probably it.
Yep. Okie dokie. Jaeger, you know what you heard.
Yeah, I guess this is weird. How silenced is like a silent shot in this game? Are we saying it's like
perfectly
is it movie silenced or real life silenced?
Or like, do I know like things are popping off in there?
I would say there's a closed door that's right here. So you would have to hear it through boarded up closed doors. And I'm assuming it's a normal silencer. I don't know, John, does it give a description of kind of what your silencer is like?
That's what I'm looking it up to see if there's anything specific. I mean, it's a 10 millimeters, so it's not...
I think it's going to be a stretch for you to hear this shot, Michael.
Okay. But I heard the what the fuck anyway.
Yeah,
so
you definitely heard that.
I draw my weapon, I draw my baseball bat, and I tell Handy they're inside. We should move around and catch up with probably Victor. And I start heading that way. So I sprint as my major action to catch up with Victor on the other side.
Would he need to, though, just how you were describing the zones? Because isn't all the outside one zone, or is it not?
Yeah, I did technically not specify the back into different zones.
I mean, kind of DM thing there.
I'm moving within one zone, like, woo!
Well, you know what?
That's right. That's true. That's true. It does seem a bit of a stretch that you could just go around the whole side there.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna draw a couple of barriers.
Mechanically, and meanwhile, I'm just like, let me put my bobby pin away. And
Slowly,
quickly,
very carefully.
slowly turn the knob.
Okay, there we go. So I've kind of put these little weird dotted green lines that kind of show the barriers of the zones on the
Sorry
outside.
for being so pedantic.
No, it's okay. It's an interesting mechanic, and so that's kind of why I'm trying out the two different methods of the zones. Obviously, the other one makes it a lot clearer, whether you're in it or not, but, you know, maps are cool.
This is pretty. This is much prettier, though. I like this one.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've drawn my
I'm gonna
baseball
drop.
bat and I sprint back to Victor and I tell
Thank
him,
you, John.
yeah, they're
Thanks for
inside.
playing,
I heard
John.
them. Later, man.
You're gonna break the overlay, you bastard. Why don't we call it? Why don't we
shit.
call it? Why don't we, no, hold your breath. Why don't we call it, Jordan? Because I should
Okay.
go too.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
not a problem. So, Jaeger, you're going to sprint. I will get yours on the map after we end the stream. And then
Hold your breath,
thank you
John.
for joining us, everyone, for session 1.
Yes.
Thanks,
So
guys.
real
Thanks,
quick,
everybody.
let's round of applause for Jordan for doing this first time on the stream. You're awesome, dude. We will see you
Thank
soon.
you.
We're gonna end the stream right here, and then John could drop, and the overlay can go straight to hell in a handbasket. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi, guys.